With her shovel in hand, she roams the universe, exploring every land, no map, no reverse. Oh, Digger 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck. Riding waves of stars through the cosmic sea, finding who we are in the galaxy. She's got questions to ask and a fire that won't die, unraveling each task under the sky. Oh, Digger 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck. Riding waves of stars through the cosmic sea, finding who we are in the galaxy. She's got questions to ask and a fire that won't die, unraveling each task under the sky. Oh, Digger 420, curious Canuck. Answers on your mind, never getting stuck.
Because, Well, hello. How is everyone? Boy, oh boy, I just ended a stream an hour and a half ago and I'm back here. I know I say that every Monday and every Thursday, but every Monday and every Thursday it seems especially rushed in between time. So I hope everyone's having a great Monday. Everyone is good. It actually decided to get stormy here, so it's very humid as well as hot. So I'm a little bit iffy. I'll probably have to turn my camera off a couple of times during the stream. But other than that, all is well. I have already got a friend backstage, so I'll bring him on. Yes, it's a him. I know. Hello, Nick. How you doing?
Hey, how are you doing? How are you doing? And just for
I'm
the
doing
record,
great.
the T-shirt says "wrong," not "bong." Just for the
Fair
record.
enough. Fair enough. Yeah. You might need to move the
Nah, it's more
ponytail
fun
to
this
the
way.
other side.
If I have it here, you could mistake it for bong.
Yes. Oh, I love it. So how are you doing over there with your censorship fun?
Oh, I'm having a blast by being silent until there's a case law in
Right.
action where so we can see, okay, what words can't we use, what criticism is regarded as insults, stuff like that. And as you know, I'm extremely diplomatic in my language. I never ever tell anyone to, oh, it's only 4 minutes in.
Don't worry. I was going to say it sounds like it's about as ambiguously worded as the Canadian censorship
Yeah.
laws. So
Yeah.
you really don't know
No,
what's
we don't.
okay to say.
No, and it's up to the individual investigator
Yeah.
and then you have to go through all the commotion and things before knowing. Yeah, we won't. Yeah, but thank
It's
you.
fun.
Now I have a record as having an arrest. Thank you.
Oh. Did you hear we might be joining the EU?
I heard. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, that in that regard, I don't mind because then no visa, no stuff.
Yes.
I could just hurl over there, and
that would be a lot easier. Yeah, and then the travel to the States would be so much easier too.
Yeah, just cross the. Well, I'll have to get across the border.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Hello everyone. How you doing? I'll say hi to everyone properly in a minute. We also have AP is here. Hello AP. How you doing, hon?
I'm making it. How's everybody doing?
Good. I'm been talking all day long, so I'm doing great.
Yeah. Nick, how are you?
I'm
First time meeting
fine.
you on
I
stream.
mean, it's Monday. Well, it's actually Tuesday now for me, and I was supposed to have this week off, but then I was called in, of course, because why not? But then again, every time they call me in on a vacation day, I get 2 back. They
Well, that
keep
works out.
they keep forgetting that every time they if they don't, well, I think in our central agreement they have to say that at least 2 months in advance. They told me Sunday evening. We need you tomorrow.
Oh,
Man, I'm here with Miss Viking. We're having a good time. I'm having a beer. Well, more than one beer. Yeah, all right. But you owe me 2 vacation
Yeah.
days. But yeah. And then Miss Viking was so sweet. She forgot that she did me a favor by turning off the alarm clock.
oh,
Yeah, so I was late as well.
You were
So
late.
I've been having a great day.
there you go. Well, welcome. This is where we come. We hang out. We talk about whatever. Vent about our days. Some of us drink. I've got some beer in the fridge over there. I'm still working on coffee though. Hello everyone. I'll say hi to the chatters quickly. Hello MJ. And then we've got Nick. Hello, and Dazzer. Hello, love. How you doing? David Nelson and John Naylor. Good to see you guys. Scrolling. There's APs in the chat, and that's it. I've got you all. Okay, good. How you boys and girls doing? Well, I guess you're all boys just yet. But how are you guys doing out there? It's like I said, it's really. I live in a beautiful part of BC. It is always we get 4 proper seasons. It's summertime right now. It's hot but dry. It's lovely. Unfortunately, it was supposed to storm overnight, and now it's decided to storm during the day. So the humidity is up, and it's actually quite gray and cloudy out there. But normally, it's really nice and sunshiny and hot. So I don't know what is weather like for you over there, Nick. Are you
Well,
still kind of like having summertime with us, or are you on?
I think let's see here. I think we have probably more or less the same.
Same? Okay.
I mean, Sweden is as long as Canada, but not as wide.
It was wide, right?
No, you're quite wide.
That's okay. We're okay with being wide too.
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, I mean, we had a decent summer so far. I mean, several days with sunshine. But
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, summer. Welcome to Sweden. Yeah, that day is wonderful.
Well, yeah,
Right.
you guys have got. Do you have proper 4 seasons too, or does it depend on whereabouts?
It's a bit further north. We have 4 proper seasons. Down here south, it's mostly farmland and very, very little woods. So we really don't see the change as much. It's more of a do you have a sweater under the raincoat?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then at winter we put on actual winter clothes, but
Real
more or less spring, summer, fall. It's more or less. Do you have a sweater under the raincoat?
Okay.
Nothing to retain the heat, so to speak. It's just like northern Michigan. So
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
I grew up in the Swedish equivalent of the Appalachians.
Okay.
So I'm used to that kind of weather, which is it might not be. Oh, thank you, Squaw Bob. And so yeah, I mean, but yeah, northern Michigan is more or less exactly like Sweden, but most of Canada as well. But we don't get as cold as Canada in winter unless you actually go up north.
Up north, okay.
Yeah.
We get cold here. We get minus 15 to minus 20.
Yeah, you have
minus
to go
20
a bit
is
north.
rare, but yeah, it's proper cold here.
Yeah,
or
I
we
mean,
get proper hot.
yeah, down south here we get maybe -5
Okay.
at most, and but it's all coast here, so
Yeah.
everything we don't get weather down, we get weather sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, and often if I go in that direction, it's blowing in my face, so I turn around and walk back. I still have it in my face. So
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like the Lower Mainland, the coast of BC, Vancouver. That's where I grew up, and no matter where you were, the wind was always blowing in your face,
mm,
and it's damp because it's all coast.
yeah, and there's
Yeah.
no way to protect. I mean, you can have all the raincoats you want, and
Yeah,
yeah,
the damp is
you
going to
get
be there.
you get wet, but sweaty or just rain wet.
Yeah.
Sounds
But up north,
exactly like
where I
weddings in Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Naylor's in there. Yeah.
yeah, but up north where I grew up, it was more proper weather, where weather came down, and I think the usually well around -10, -15. We had -30 once when I was a kid,
Okay.
or a couple of times, as I remember. But that was a long time ago.
You miss those days, I'm sure. That freezing,
Mm,
freezing.
the
Yeah.
70s and 80s. None of you fuckers were born there. We're
Hey,
past
man.
10 minutes.
79. I was born in
Hey!
79. Yeah.
Yay!
I am absolutely
85.
perfect. I was born in the 70s, but I was a child of the 80s. I was a teen in the 90s, and I became an adult just in time for the world to not end.
Mm,
So I was, young enough to party really hard for it.
yeah, I was an adult before the Berlin Wall fell.
Okay.
Yeah,
That was
I was
fun time.
94.
Fun.
Yeah. I was almost graduated. I graduated in 97.
I did
So,
my military service during the end of the Cold War.
cool. Very cool.
It's
that-
amazing. People in the North are turning 25 this year, and
I know.
I have nieces and nephews from. I mean, the youngest ones are from the 2020s. I mean,
Yeah.
and these are born. For instance, my godson is getting married this weekend, this coming weekend, and they have kids, and I just the other year I carried this person up to splash the water, and now he's getting married and have kids. Damn.
I
Like my
I know.
cousin.
I'm the same. My eldest niece or nephew is a nephew, and I think he'll be 25 this year too. And then the youngest was just born in December.
Oh.
It's really, I've got quite the spread. It's quite nice.
My my godson is 3 years younger than my youngest brother.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, because my big sister is 2 years older than me, and my little brother is 14 years younger than I am.
Yeah.
So it's
That's cool. So he's
16 years between. So it's a spread. Incidentally, that was Dad said. Mom, no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's you are coming to the States, are you not?
Yeah.
Is that September?
September. I'm
Okay.
landing in Utah September 3rd.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
I'm planning a trip that got postponed because it took forever to get a passport. So I was kind of thinking September would be a good time that I could time it up and meet with you guys in Utah.
Yeah. Nice.
So I will I will look into that. I just found out I was I've got a friend and he's a co-host on Steel Toe Morning Show, and they're doing their anniversary thing. He's got MS, and they decided they were going to send him to sit out on one of the golf course holes in the hot sun, which I wasn't too thrilled with. So I've been looking at trying to book a ticket all of a sudden, like last minute. I had no idea how difficult booking a plane ticket is. I mean, it's bad enough. I'm very much afraid of falling. Not the flying part. It's broken in the air, and now I'm falling, and I have to contemplate the fact that I'm falling to my death. That scares the hell out of me.
Just don't fly in a Boeing.
It's and that's like all there's options to. That was the first thing I looked at, and they were all Boeings. So
I have no idea what I'm flying with Delta.
Yeah,
those are all Boeings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I have
hopefully
no idea how to buy a ticket. It's very confusing.
Last year I flew with another, I don't remember what company it was, but they were very, very insulting because on one side I saw myself, and in front of me was another large person. Behind me was maybe 2 or 3 people in that section. And then I looked over on the other side, and it was like 10 or 12 people. And I said to myself, I'm not that fat, am I? I mean, we're 4 here. You are 16 over there.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I never even thought about that kind of fun. Because I'm not the scrawniest of girls either. So yeah. I'm trying to figure out if I could even pack everything into a carry-on.
Yeah, there are new rules coming up because Norwegian Airlines, they're charging for everything now. So I'm packing one suitcase with another suitcase inside. In there I will have, because on the way back, my beautiful viewers have sponsored my channel enough so I can have economy plus.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Nice. So which means I can have 2 bags on the way back, but only 1 bag over
on the way there. Yeah.
Oh,
Kaiser says he's on his way, so that's cool. It's put the kid to bed. And I'm not sure about Brian. He was having an okay day today at work. So I don't know if he's going to show up or not today. But the invite's out there.
I have to check with Connor what date we should be in Logan.
Okay.
Because I suppose that is where somewhere around there will be the actual meetup.
Yeah.
So
I keep thinking that Peach, like the Peach Pit type place.
I have I've never been there, so I have no idea.
Neither have I. Hello, Kaiser.
Hey!
How you doing?
Somebody said they were packing, and I was like, "Yeah, I came."
Yeah. There was a temporary emergency. I was almost going to attempt to fly last minute to get to Minnesota for the anniversary show, but I don't think that'll happen after all. It's very frustrating and difficult. I could have sworn I was searching for a round trip ticket from here to there and back again, but it kept wanting to give me just the ticket price for each leg of the trip, which then started adding up. So the $500-$600 that I thought it was actually almost per leg. So it's a lot more. I think they want $1,000-$1,200 for me to fly out and back. So not going to happen. That's way hard.
On cheapflights.com from Vancouver to Minnesota for $250 round trip. So
yeah, I saw one of and that's the first thing I quoted, and I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. Not for the anniversary show. I would much rather honestly, I would much rather travel in September by train like I was planning if I can. Worst case scenario, I will fly, but this is I have not wanted to fly for as long as I can remember. It's that fear of falling. I would rather.
You don't see, the thing is, falling is not the problem. You don't have to worry about falling. Falling doesn't kill you. It's the sudden stop at the end.
I know, but the sudden stop at the end ends it all. For me, I've spent my life depression, anxiety, and worry and concern that the time it takes me to fall in that mental loop of, oh my God, I'm falling. Oh my God, it's going to be horrible. Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. That will be excruciating. I would much rather.
Actually, you don't have to worry about that.
It's going to be a lot faster than you think.
Yeah, believe it or not, actually, at that point, you would probably go into cardiac arrest. And your heart would explode. Well,
I sure would hope.
Ground.
I would pray that that's what would happen. I don't know. It's just, that was my fever dream as a little kid, and it's still my fever dream as an adult. Is that swinging over an abyss and then falling. So
that's why I sit on the wing.
That's what Dazzler was telling me earlier. Yeah, just as long as you don't go out for a smoke, you're gonna be fine.
Well, true.
Watching with William Shatner, so you know.
Right. No, the wings are where the fuel are. So when it hits the ground and explodes, you're dead instantly.
Okay.
So
well, that makes me feel better.
That's why I sit on the wing, but I hate flying with a passion because I'm not in control of the vehicle. And I have heart palpitations from the moment they shut the door to the moment I land and get off the plane the entire time. The first flight I took, I almost broke the girl's hand next to me squeezing the chair so hard.
Oh.
So, because we decided to land during a thunderstorm into Florida. And we dropped 1,000 feet in the blink of an eye from the horrible wind shears. And then we did a circle and did it again and dropped the same 1,000 feet again. And I was almost taken off that plane in handcuffs. So I was screaming, get me the F off this plane right now. And everybody's like, calm down. I'm like, I don't think you understand. If you don't get me off this plane and on the ground, I'm going to start swinging at people.
Well, I was pretty anxious just this morning and this whole darn day. I woke up to what I thought were jokes about sending him out to sit at the golf hole all day long. And then I realized that it was real. And so then we were trying to figure out how would be the cheapest, quickest, easiest way to get me there. And I've just been one big anxiety ball, like all day long. Here's
Wait,
sorry, you've got the power.
Yeah, I'll add myself. Thank you.
Oh, here he is.
And then I'll move you. There we go.
No, what did I do? What am I being?
Nothing. I'm just moving us around. So that way when I put chats up, it's me that's getting locked out, not you. I'm being polite.
Well, it's good to know that I wasn't the only anxiety ball today.
Oh, yeah. Not the way I expected to do things today.
Right.
But yeah. Hello, Dees. How you doing? The English prick is back from the dead. Who's the English prick? Anyone?
There's
Anyone
so many
know what
of
he's
them.
talking about? Yeah. There's so many. Oh, okay. No. Dazzer's the English prick.
Oh.
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Oh, I have to show off my shirt for that. Yeah, I actually have to,
Oh, right.
Suck it, England.
Suck it, England. There you go, Dazzer.
Yeah. And for you who just joined, this says wrong, not bong.
Yes.
Okay.
Nick, Johnny, Nick, you two
Hi, Johnny.
haven't met before.
Hi. Okay.
I don't think so. Hi, good, nice to meet you.
Nick's my one of my LawTube friends. He's an actual LawTuber person, not just a friend of, but an actual LawTuber. Johnny is co-host on the Steel Toe Morning Show.
I wouldn't, but okay.
And then he hosts his own show too, Just Kidding LLC. On So
yeah, I'm just looking at that monitor thing on trials. About trials. That is basically what I do. Try to explain the hearsay rule, and then I curse.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. And there can be drinking involved from time to time. And in fact, Johnny, Nick's the one that gave me the link to the spinner thing that we use on Monday.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, so you also stole my idea.
Well, she stole it on my behalf.
I stole it. I totally stole it. Yeah. Yeah,
The
we're having fun with
wheel
it.
of regrets.
Yeah. we haven't we do things that are mildly annoying, like low key, mildly annoying. So we've had him shave one arm.
I hate when you say that, though.
Just the one arm.
The one appendage is always cold now.
Yeah.
Not fair.
So,
Okay,
that sort
so
of thing.
how much do I have to pay for you to shave one eyebrow?
I
Oh.
don't know if I'll shave a whole eyebrow. That's what someone was suggesting. I get worried about those. I don't
Yeah.
mind shaving the hair on my arm because I go to the hospital enough where it's almost prudent. But but for my medical condition. But in general, shaving my eyebrow, then what if that doesn't grow back?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was always worried about
Mm.
when it doesn't grow back.
It'll
I
grow back.
grow out a lot. I get them trimmed, but I'm never ballsy
You
enough
see
to go
an
down to the
awful lot of
studs.
folks my age
Mm.
with the sideways slit cuts into their eyebrow that never
Oh yeah,
grew
the
back
eyebrow
from
scar.
the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was always concerned about doing that. Hello, Dance. How you doing? And hello, Butter.
My
Good to
cousin
see you.
is a cancer survivor, and she lost all her hair, and then it grew back curly. So she was quite surprised.
Hmm.
The rest of us, okay, that
Yeah.
was interesting.
It does that. It's the weirdest thing. It falls out, and if you have to have it done again a second time, apparently it'll come back the way it was when you were born.
I will tell her.
So yeah, tell her.
I don't think she wants to, but sure, I will tell her.
There is an upside if it does come
Yeah.
back. The upside is you'll get your hair back.
Does it come back?
Hello,
in the same
darkness, my
color?
old friend.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of my grandma had like cancer, and she had the chemo and everything like that, and lost all her hair, and then as soon as she was cancer free, got off the chemo, hair came back thicker than it was before and a different color.
Oh, I've not heard of a different color before, but yeah, it's interesting what the body does to itself.
See, when I was a kid, I had almost, well, I guess you would call it like platinum blonde is the term, I guess, but it was kind of slightly brown. But I had blonde hair beyond belief when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So if I ever went through the poison chemo, not the normal chemo I go through, it'd be interesting because I have black hair now, so and a multicolored beard.
Yeah. Well, yeah, me too, but for a completely different reason. Age.
Well, that's
Love
what
you,
it
Dan.
is. I mean, my beard's turning red, and it's got blonde and clear hair in it, and
Yeah.
it's black
me
and brown.
too. I don't dye my hair in the summertime because the sun just bleaches it anyways.
Yeah.
But I was a strawberry blonde. My little brother was a white blonde. He's now a dirty blonde, and unfortunately now I'm a salt and pepper. I've got all the same natural highlights and lowlights, but now they're whites and grays instead of reds and yellows.
Yeah, I don't know what to call, because if you've seen the old picture of me, you know I had I had a red beard, but not as red hair. I don't know what to call it, but yeah.
You had the two-tone going on.
Yeah, I had a two-tone going on. I mean, the really old Viking stuff.
Yeah.
With reddish beard and I don't know, dirty blonde, I guess. I have no clue. But I do know I found out when I was in my late teens that I had a lot more red in my hair than I expected, because some of us friends decided, hey, let's bleach it. Yeah, that was a bright idea. I had the color of my shirt.
Yes. Yes, you would.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of hair dyeing and bleaching in my life, and yes, your hair would have been nice and yellow.
Yeah. And it wasn't supposed to be.
Hello, Los Federales. That's the troublemaker right there, causing all the anxiety. Don't worry, you're off the hook. It sounds like we may have figured things out, so Johnny's going to be okay on the thing. But I'm still looking at tickets just in case. Well, no, for the golf, I'm teasing Los Federales. He's the troublemaker.
Like I said,
I started all the anxiety.
I've already decided. Like, I'll just tell Aaron tomorrow on air. I'll be like, dude, I'm hole number 1. It's early when it gets done for me. Like, I'm the first hole finished. You know what I mean? Like, and I'll just make sure there's like a tree or something nearby, and I'll have my fucking freezer. I just realized to watch words because
there is a child.
Yeah. You don't hear her, do you?
I just briefly heard her just then, like as you were saying a child.
Yeah, I realized I'm speaking loose-lipped, and I'm like, oh, that's right. I'm in my quote-unquote studio, but on the other side of this wall of monitors, there's a small, impressionable person. Fortunately, she's just zoned out to the world because she's singing her favorite songs on TV.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Nick, I will introduce you to Los Federales. Los Federales, this Nick, he likes to take pictures of people and change them into different avatars. So it looks like he's turned you into Saint Nick.
Shocker.
What happened to me, man?
There you go. He's being very, very kind.
Yeah.
Last time that happened,
next year I'm thinking of
security.
Next year I'm thinking of a working visa, going over December work as Santa. I heard good ones get paid well.
Yes, if you can do a good job, you do get paid very well. Especially like the Las Vegas Santas and stuff.
Oh,
you can make a good coin there.
Yeah. Actually, kind of funny story is that the head maintenance guy for the place that I work at, his entire how he makes money on the side, especially during the holidays, is he does like the Santa Claus thing. He's actually the president of like the entire state Santa Claus board or whatever. They have like an actual official group or something like that. It's crazy.
But imagine a Scandinavian Santa. I mean, that should bring in top dollar. I mean,
for sure. That's fancy. That's shiny new. That's always good in America.
Especially a Santa named Nick.
Well,
exactly. It's actually Saint Nick. Yeah.
Let's see. Island was a blonde. She still is a blonde. She has to draw her eyebrows in or they don't show up in picture. Okay, so you're like that kind of blonde. Nice. Same with Mr. Q. Dance Biker Dance had to go back to bed. We pulled him up by saying making fun of the Englishman. He woke up and came to say hi, but he's gone back now. Deez is saying y'all are just old as fuck. That's the reason for all the hair changes. Yes, Deez, and just wait. Someday you too will be old as fuck, and you too will have gray hair. So I'm waiting for that day. I will.
Deez, how old are you?
Enjoy that.
Who?
Deez. Chat's moving, so I was losing it. Yeah, Deezy, you're what? You're in your 30s, aren't you? So you're getting there. If not started already, it will start shortly.
Yeah. In your 30s, you're in between. I don't get hangovers, and I want to die. So you're in the in between. You will get there. You will get there.
Yes, I know. Hangovers got worse.
Yeah, you get once you crest 30, you start having those days where you go to bed perfectly fine, you wake up injured, like I did on Friday. Went to bed perfectly fine, woke up back pain, like, oh crap, I slept wrong. Shit.
Yeah, and you wake up and you discover that why is my big toe cramping?
Right.
Yes.
I didn't even know that could happen, right?
Yeah, by sleeping.
Things don't work right anymore. Your hair starts going gray. I'm getting silver in the sides and everything.
Well, yeah, and it's the whole gravity thing. I guess it bothers us women more than you men, but gravity just
gravity on men doesn't bother men, but it does bother women.
I don't know, man, because I'm a little bit
I would, I could stand for a little lift and tuck and nip and everything. I'm sure.
Yeah. For instance, those stools with tiny holes in the middles? Yeah, I'm not sitting on those ones. No,
exactly.
Not going to happen.
No.
Those are dangerous. I'm more scared of those than flying.
Stuck in a chair for 5 hours once. What happened? I don't want to talk about it.
Don't ask. Yeah.
Honey, can you bring the butter?
Like I said, for us, as long as we just don't sit incorrectly, we're fine.
Yeah.
But there is an
we don't have
age
to worry about that.
where if you sit incorrectly, you've put yourself out of a commission for an hour or two.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
just the thing with crossing your legs can be extremely painful.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't.
So if anybody wonders why men always sit with the legs far apart,
Uh-huh.
That's why.
it's safety.
Also, try sitting with a cucumber between your legs. I mean, come on, it ain't exactly comfortable.
Exactly.
A lot of fiddly bits in the middle. I just can't. It's like trying to close a sandwich, but all the condiments are on one part. It's like, no, this doesn't go together like this. We got to lay
Right? Anatomically, it just does not work. I mean, just saying.
Oh my goodness.
Was this a subject you were counting on, Digger?
Whatever comes up, that's what we talk about.
Well, sometimes.
Talk about the subject. I got in an argument with somebody at work today. With,
Mhm. Go
do you
ahead.
remember the movie The Rookie of the Year?
No,
No?
doesn't matter much.
Long time ago.
Okay, so at the end of it, there's a pitch that is thrown. It's underhand. And this guy who claims to be this greatest, Major League Baseball player person who knows all the rules and everything. He's like, it's an illegal pitch. And I started laughing and I was like, it's not an illegal pitch. He's like, well, you have to look at the rules. I go, dude, I pitched in baseball. I was looked at by the Mets. I can tell you that it's not an illegal pitch. And he's like, it is. So I brought up all the rules and he's like, these aren't the rules. I go, it says 2025 Major League Baseball rules.
Which rules were you looking for?
The pitching rules.
Well, I meant
Rule 507.
before.
A through whatever the hell number it is. There is no delivery mechanism for pitching. You can pitch in any position as long as you start the motion properly and all that stuff. So I spent 2.5 hours telling him he was an idiot and then got contacted by HR. So
No, for Pete's sakes.
2.5 hours calling people idiot. Welcome to my streams.
yeah.
Right?
Right?
Oh.
But
John
I have
Yoder-
no idea about the rules of baseball. For me, it is commercial interrupted by sport.
100%. It's the reason why I can't watch it. I'll play it all that used to play it all day long, but I can't stand watching it.
The only thing I know about baseball is that baseball, the moon, and pyramids are all involved. You know, they are actually all together.
Pretty much, yeah. The diamonds, the shape of the diamonds.
Oh.
The plate is based off of the obelisk, the top of the obelisk in Egypt. The
distance between the plates is actually concentric to the same, or not really concentric, but is equivalent if you scale it by a certain factor to the
golden number
sides. Yeah, the golden number, which is actually the same as the sides of the Great Pyramid of Giza, which if you actually take and divide by or multiply by a certain number, it's that same golden ratio number. You get the exact distance from the Earth to the moon.
At 2,660 something.
So what you're saying is the Freemasons got involved in baseball too.
As far as we can tell, it was a complete accident, but somehow, strangely enough,
an accident. I don't know. I've seen too many accidents.
They have to launder money somewhere. I mean, why not baseball?
I mean, it is America's game, so
okay.
Just saying.
Okay, I'm just saying, as the grandson of a Freemason, it was really not that big a deal.
It sounds a little iffy that all those coincidences.
It was literally a drinking club. That was it.
Pretty iffy, but
yeah.
okay.
And the secret handshakes is sometimes.
Hey, sometimes you just have to give a proper hello.
Yep. Bow down, say hello.
These skull and bones people aren't going to be so much skull and bones without the bones.
It's all about establishing trust with your fellow brothers. Right, but I didn't want to trust them that much.
Enter this closet and don't come out until we say.
And
Yes,
that's
put on your Faraday caps.
and Your Honor, that's when I learned that I had a what I call moral flexibility for butt stuff.
Hey,
I
$20
did not
is
know.
$20. I mean,
You get paid way more than I do.
and
Wait,
then
you
we
guys
have
are getting
volunteers.
But I was thinking,
Following has
wait,
been closed captioned
people
for
get
reality
paid for
impaired.
Oh,
Oh my, it's
Oh, my
just getting
goodness.
all deep up in here.
Oh, yeah. Fun times.
mm.
Fun times are
Ah.
always had.
This is why I love Monday nights.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Roy Rat. Roy Rat just gifted 1 subscription
Hey.
to
Nice.
Digger over on Rumble. So we'll see who it goes over to. But thank you so much, Roy Rat. That rocks.
I haven't
good
figured
stuff.
out how to get the Rumble chat into my StreamYard. I need somebody to teach me that.
Oh, I can do that into StreamYard. I can do that, and they've made it easier now. So you don't have to. You still have to make your Rumble stream separately.
Yeah.
But after that, when in StreamYard, you just click on the thing. You don't have to go and get the special note anymore or the special code.
Oh.
Yeah, they made it easier.
My technical skills is on, and
Me
then
too.
off. That's about it.
If it doesn't plug and play, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, my nephew tries to explain because I call him once in a while because something is wrong, and he tries to explain it to me, and I said, I don't even know what those words are. And then he shows up, and it takes him 5 minutes, and he gets a case of beer, and he's happy. Well,
and so are you, because you can make it work again. So it looks like WH Deck was gifted the membership. So there you go.
Hey.
Congratulations. What? Oh, Mr. Q. Okay. I didn't know what you were talking about. I only read it. The chat's moving, and I only got to catch a few things. All I saw was kid hitting rocks with a stick, and I had no idea what you were talking about. You're talking about stickball, right? Like baseball for us.
Yeah, but they were using a rock and a stick.
Stickball.
I grew up really, really poor, and I didn't wear shoes a lot and things like that, like in the country. And this still to me goes, wow. So we were left with a rock and a stick, and we had to make that work.
Wow.
You all have never played soap rugby?
No.
Soap rugby, no.
Yeah, you take the biggest tarp you can find, then you soap it, then you put a ball in the middle, then it's 4 people on each side, and the goal is to get the ball to the other side.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, and it usually ends with your mother screaming at you because of all the blood.
I was going to say.
Oh, I never went that far for us. But yeah, that was one of the things for sports day in elementary school.
Mud wrestling.
See, we used to play a version of kickball that usually ended up in bloody noses and broken fingers in my elementary school. So,
weren't you supposed to kick the ball?
Yeah, we did.
Sometimes. The aim was off.
Well, normally what ended up happening is someone would kick a ball and then run after it, and then it'd be a sliding into a base, and us kids did not really like each other, so we would raise our foot and kick people in the face as we slid into the base. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't play that mean. But we did play, we really liked to have a stick war. That's what we called it. We were teenagers, grades, say 10, 11, 12. So we're older, old enough to not be this stupid, but we'd go and play in the forest, and we'd chuck sticks and logs at each other.
One of the most Canadian things I've ever heard in my life.
Oh man, stick wars were great. And we actually, we borrowed from the AV club. we rented out one of those old VHS tape recording things. So the big old ones that sit on your shoulder. My buddy borrowed that, and he recorded one of our we called them journeys. We'd get high on LSD, and we'd wander through the bush and do stupid thing like stick
That
wars.
explains it.
Yes, and he actually recorded a stick war where it was funny because we had one friend pop up and chuck it at another friend, just missed, and then he popped back up, chucked it back, and just missed, and then he hopped up again and caught a log full on in the face. It just went down. And he caught it on VHS, and that tape all these years later still exists apparently. So we had
good luck playing it.
Well,
so
that's another issue.
I'm starting to become very worried for how people pass their time as children. What, you threw sticks at each other? So,
yeah.
Did you like reenact like famous battles like
No.
you did, like Braveheart?
No.
Like, all right, you hoser, they may take our sticks, eh? But they'll never take our freedom. Right.
Well,
Wait.
we never had that.
Right? So you
Damn
can't
it.
They may take our sticks, but they'll never take our shovels.
Yeah. Oh shit. Nope. They
Wait.
did that too.
They
No,
did that too.
Damn it.
They'll
I
never
don't know,
take
like,
our ability to kill ourselves with
Is your
maize.
government aware that like you guys like, because they don't trust you with shovels, but are they aware you've since the age of small children you've been training yourselves to be deadly
sticks?
accurate with a stick?
I don't know if they know that. That was stuff we were doing over here in BC.
That's what you gotta
our
do.
government doesn't pay attention to the West Coast. That's why, I keep saying we need to all just separate and become the Republic of Western Canada, because they don't really care about us anyways. They have no idea what they'd be walking into.
Well, at least we know in the revolution you'll be armed with sticks.
Oh yeah, and there's
Yeah.
plenty of ammo everywhere. So we're
You
golden.
haven't burnt it all down yet.
Just see Digger out there
It
with
grows back.
with a tree getting knocked over, picks it up and smacks people with it.
Yep.
He's oddly strong for a Canadian.
Well, it's not that we're oddly strong. It's just that we go from kind and polite, and then you piss us off enough. It takes a lot, but once you do it, we go to like homicidal maniac, and we just kind of, the adrenaline kicks in, and we become super people, and we
Yeah,
do
I'm a
things
Red Wings
that
fan.
require Geneva conventions and whatnot.
I've seen Canadians fight on ice in Detroit. Like you guys are psycho.
Yeah, we're not. We're not playing.
Just go back to
Robert.
Stick Wars one last time. I feel like in the world of Stick Wars, the man who throws last year's Christmas tree is king.
Yeah, I can see that.
All the needles.
I'm seeing throwing it, and the needles are just flying everywhere.
Turn that thing into a
What's that?
claymore.
What movie is it? Kong versus whatever the hell. He throws a tree at the dome that he's in.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
That's just Canada right there.
Yeah, we're not the smartest.
What was it Robin Williams once said? Is like Canada is like a loft apartment over a really great party.
Yep.
Keep it down, eh?
If you want to know the intelligence of the population, check the elections.
Oh no, please don't, because they rigged the way we do elections. First thing Trudeau did when he came in was he gave us finally the we needed to repeal the way we ran elections in Canada, but he wrote it so vaguely that no matter which way the vote turned out, he would win, or whoever was in power would win. So yeah, they've got full control over how we actually elect people now. It's very, I mean, Trudeau won with 31% of the vote, and he still managed to be PM for another few years. So, there's some things wrong with our system.
Sounds
We
like
have
the
nine.
Cuban
We have
Missile.
9 different parties in our Congress now, and then we have
Oh,
3 of them are the big ones, and then a bunch of small ones. So there's always all of these back and forth. So we
Yeah.
never know what our new government will be until everybody has talked it through, and then them.
yeah.
But I voted for them, but not to be with the other guys because they are stupid. Well, tough luck.
Surprise.
We've got that as well. I think we've got 5 or 6, but it's really wild. We've got Le Bloc Québécois. They are the tiniest party, and yet they have like so many seats in Parliament. They've got so much control over Canada. It's just ridiculous. And then they team up with the Liberals, and then we're hooped. The NDP is finally out though, so hopefully we'll get something a little bit more fair next time around. Hopefully.
Here's hoping.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
Next time it will be correct.
Yeah, that's right. Next time we'll get our Donald Trump, right? Oh, wait a minute. He's not working out either, is he?
Gee, Braid,
as
what
long
we
as-
do tonight?
Right?
Yeah. Let's end the war in 24 hours and release the Epstein files.
Yes, that's right. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well, and Doge did wonderful things, except it's all on paper. None of it was okayed, so none of
they
it
did
counts
okay
for
a couple
anything.
of things, but yeah, not
yeah.
majority of it.
Yeah.
They claimed, we fired 100,000 office workers in the government. Okay, so why do you increase the debt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did the budget go up 4 trillion?
Yeah.
They're still counting all of the Doge savings though on the debt clock. They're still like, hey, the Doge department has saved us this much. It's like, right, but you aren't enacting any of it, so
It's actually only saved you that much. Yeah.
yeah.
Didn't cut spending, increase spending. Didn't do anything. Decrease taxes, but increase spending. So add another 20 trillion to the freaking debt. Fucking morons.
Well, I mean, none of our countries' debts have been actually backable by the gold standard forever. Like, I highly doubt there's enough gold in the world to back the US dollar as well as everyone else.
Every country is in debt, and to who?
And it's all made up numbers. And I know.
There's only
that answer is really
do your own research,
Answer.
folks, when looking into
Right.
who's got control of the world banking system.
Bring
Thank
back
you.
the gold standard.
there's only
yeah,
4
Goldstein.
countries I know of that have the gold standard, and all of them are in the Middle East, anyways. So
Mm-hmm. And it's funny
Iceland, I don't know if they have the gold standard, but they did this in the 2008 banking fraud thingy. They jailed the bankers.
yeah,
I
And
actually
never.
And then
Never
the
happened.
currency plummeted.
Yeah,
yeah.
because that's
Isn't
what
that
would happen
strange?
here.
Yeah. Isn't that
Iceland-
strange?
They were pretty awesome though. I was quite impressed with everything they did. They pulled down the bankers, they pulled down their government and started back from scratch.
Yeah.
So that's ballsy. That's really ballsy. I highly doubt people would have the guts to do that here in Canada. I think we'd rather all just quietly shuffle off into, slavery than stand up and say no.
Well, I mean, at this point, it's literally just data on a spreadsheet, and all you have to do to wipe out debt is just right mouse button, delete, and the spreadsheet's gone.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
So Fight Club is real. We can do this.
sure. I mean, if you really look at it, they keep on buying our debt in China, right? And everybody keeps on saying, "Well, what are you going to do when China calls the debt and raises the rates?" That okay? What's China going to do when the U.S. government just goes, "We're not paying any of that. Have a good time."
Yeah. We want our money. Yeah, we have guns. A lot of them.
Most powerful military on the planet.
Most of it is
in
in Ukraine right now, but we have them.
It's there, yeah.
I still love the whole thing. Like China likes to brag, "Oh, we have a bigger navy than the United States." Like, yeah, check it by tonnage because we don't count every canoe in our navy.
Yes, yeah.
We
don't
also
have to
have
muster up
boats.
a fucking
Oh.
fishing boat in the rest.
Oh,
of it.
did you see that new Chinese? This new frigate, and it sank.
Yes.
Oh, it's North
Yeah.
Korea. Yeah.
Proof. Yeah.
Yeah, they
North
released
Korea or
it.
China,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
We have this brand
That
new,
was
like, modern frigate. It's gonna be, great. It's gonna be, yeah. You've got one of those, and it sank before it ever made it out of dock.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
loved
back
that
to the
they,
drawing board there, and then yeah, China had that
Mm.
brand new nuclear submarine that they
Dang.
went to do a diving test, and it just never came back
It never
up.
came back.
Mhm.
Well, the
Yeah.
point is,
Mysterious.
hey, you're getting ahead of yourself here. Very successfully dived.
Yeah,
It-
yeah.
You know what? They also
down to the bottom.
not only did it do its job perfectly, but it did it so perfectly. It did it better than any other submarine ever, and it created an artificial reef.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Look at that.
yeah, good
Elon
for
Musk
nature and
environmentalist.
everything.
So a lot of
And I
people
mean-
make submarines. They got to dive, they got to
win.
surface. This one had to
Yeah,
do it.
then you have the Russian Navy that was defeated by modified canoes. I mean, seriously?
Yeah, they sunk the Moskva in the Black Sea with freaking
Yeah,
like
the
remote
entire-
control boat drones. I'm like,
The entire
guys.
Mhm.
Russian
Wow.
fleet in the Black Sea had to move from that peninsula way off because, oops.
Yeah,
they-
and it's even funnier when you consider the fact that we not only the Moskva also had the distinct problem of it had over 26 anti-air defenses. The problem was of those air defense, emplacements that were on the ship, 2 were working, 1 had to be cannibalized for parts so the other one would stay working, and they couldn't have their radar on, and they couldn't have the air defense system running at the same time
Oh.
because it would fuck up the targeting. I'm like, that seems like a serious design flaw, guys.
Yeah, that doesn't
Yeah,
sound like
But-
that's a good
It
idea.
looked impressive. It looked impressive. Like,
Yeah.
it looked as impressive as a cardboard tank. I
Yep.
mean, speaking of cardboard tanks,
Wait a
Russian
minute, that works
tanks.
too.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean, the best.
They're out there fielding T-72s. Like, you know why Russia got away from the T-72? Because the auto loaders that were not actually shielded on those things, one good pop and the whole turret suddenly goes into
Oh.
fucking orbit.
I mean, the torrent, the frisbee torrent
What's that, baby?
competitions.
Mm.
I mean, the first year of the war, amazing. And they scored points. How high up, how far away, you could get up to 30 points.
Right.
Yeah, if you want to know just how bad the T-54 and the T-72 are, go back to Desert Storm because Iraq had a bunch of those back in the day. And you know what? We actually we blew up more of those tanks with Bradleys. Bradleys are technically not tanks. They're infantry fighting vehicles.
Mm.
And just look up the Battle of 73 Easting. You'll figure it out real quick. So did the Iraqis. I'm just saying.
Mm. And T-72s are very, very sensitive to mud.
Yes, they are. They're also sensitive to dogs.
Yeah.
They're trained to blow up
Oh, those are the
enemy
T-34s.
tanks. Blow up their own tanks because they didn't train them in fighting.
Yeah. So they trained dogs to run under, with explosive vests to run under the tanks in World War II.
Yeah.
Problem is that German tanks ran off of gasoline. Russian tanks ran off of diesel. And guess what? Dogs navigate mostly by
Smell.
So unfortunately, when they let the dogs loose to go run under the tanks, guess whose tanks they ran under?
Oh, jeez.
Oops.
Not only that,
We made slight miscalculation.
right, the gunfire and everything would scare the hell out of the dogs, so they'd run back to their handlers with a timed
With-
vest on.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh,
Smart.
and with that, I have to run off.
you have to take off.
Bye,
Well,
Nick.
Yeah.
thank you
Alright,
for
thank you,
stopping
buddy.
by.
Thank
Nice
you
meeting
for
you.
the- Thank you for the
You're
invite.
always welcome. Yeah.
See ya.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
oh goodness.
Well, that's cool.
No, it's-
Yeah,
Oh,
someone
well,
was saying habitual line crosser. Roy Rat was
Yes.
mentioning him. I love his stuff. I don't
Great.
I don't always agree with his takes on things, but he is funny. And I really enjoy I enjoy the way he voices us Canadians. I do. It's
I
fairly
always love how
accurate.
he calls the calls the UK beans on toast.
Yeah. And it's been a while, I can't remember, but he had a nickname. I think it was for Ireland. I can't remember what it was, but because they never speak up and suddenly they spoke up, and it was and he just had fudge. I can't
Oh yeah,
remember.
so many good ones in that one.
He's
Something
he's
about a
the
potato, I'm sure.
probably.
It probably had something to do with that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's comedy news, but it's a good way to catch the other news. Well, exactly, Roy Rat. And honestly, at this point, I trust I'm getting a more factual accounting of the story from comedy news than I am from mainstream media. So
Right?
At the end of the day, I trust them a lot more these days.
What's
Yeah,
even weirder is that we're getting more news from comedy news than we are actually the real news, and the real news is suddenly now so farcical that it's actually becoming comedy. I mean, how else do you explain what's been going on with Elmo and Grok lately? And X, which
Grok, yeah.
yeah. Oh, by the way, did you hear they caught the hacker?
The Elmo hacker? Oh?
Yeah, they caught the Elmo hacker.
Oh, please.
Oh, I got to
Where's
share
he
this
from?
with you. Hang on. I got to share this. They caught the Elmo hacker. It's actually amazing.
That was quick. They locked that down really fast.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, no.
Not again.
Dang it.
I would have made it too if it weren't for those pesky kids.
Mystery solved, gang. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You were hoping, Darth is saying, I was really hoping it was Grok 3 hacking Elmo. That would have been funny too. I definitely would have taken that too. Oh, that worked. Cool. So how was you guys' weeks or weekends? Same old or
Weekend
Too short?
Yeah, too short for definitely. Wasn't too bad. And say, I got to hang out with the in-laws for a little bit, and then Sunday I actually got to just stay home. I got my office a lot more clean, which is awesome. And did a little minor renovation, kind of making a few things look nice. Tried to work on my book some. That did not go very far, as much as I would like it to, but I got a little bit, I got a little bit further.
Yeah.
I spent it playing Stellar Blade, and then
Ooh, good job.
Getting pissed off at the American in Wimbledon, losing in straight sets, being bageled in straight sets on Saturday. That was upsetting. And then lost. Well, if I would have had money, I would have lost money on Sunday for Sinner winning. The bigger payout was Alcaraz. So, but I didn't have any money in that game. So.
Yeah, I just don't bet on games. I've got such bad luck when it comes to that sort of thing. I only win on Keno if I don't put money down. As soon as I've got myself a Keno card, my numbers will never come up again. It's
gone.
Yeah, so I just don't put money down. It's easier that way for me.
Right.
Yeah. True. Yeah. I mean, typically I bet on when I do bet it, I do 10-match parlays in tennis, and then I do I pick 3 winners for whatever golf tournament it's going to be. And I've been trying to go back to school and get my accounting certificate and everything, so I haven't been spending the money on other things like that.
Right.
And the 2 people or 3 people that I typically bet on for golf, 2 of them won in the last 3 weeks. And one of them, if I would have bet just $100, I could have paid off my car.
Damn it!
Oh, jeez.
So I'm not going to look at my online betting company for a while now. Little bitter.
Don't.
Just a little bit, right?
Yeah. Mr. Q harvested carrots all over, as many carrots as he could over the weekend. Mr. Q has got a literal shit ton of carrots.
Nice.
My carrots are actually almost, I think, almost ready to be, thinned out and just left to grow now. My carrots are a little iffy. I've plucked a couple in there. Because they got the seed lottery. The raccoons like the freshly turned dirt when I plant my seeds. So they'll come in and they dig for their grubs in the freshly turned dirt. So each year I've got a seed lottery, and I never really know where the carrots and the sweet peas are going to end up. So I've got like a patch, a round patch of carrots that I'm just hoping I'll be able to get a few actual carrot-sized carrots out of.
Good stuff, though. I mean,
they are basically baby carrots. They're
yeah,
tiny carrots.
Baby carrots without having to be turned on a lathe.
Right.
Yeah.
Never forget that conversation with somebody at work.
Ooh,
I love baby carrots. I don't know how they grow them. They don't. What do you mean? They're full carrots that are turned.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In a machine to make them baby carrots. Like, that's not
wonder
true.
how they're so uniform.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I sent him a video, and he's like, "Holy shit! Yeah, man. Where do you think they come from?"
Yeah. I do have Danvers shorts, but even they would have to be cut down.
Yeah, they still spun. I mean, the skin of the carrot is off the baby carrots.
Yeah.
So you know, it's just funny. Some people are where they don't understand where their food comes from is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
well,
I have
go ahead.
Girl I used to know. I don't really know her that well anymore, but she when she graduated high school, she became a vegan. And she's like, "Oh, my cat's going to be a vegan cat." And I said, "Well, your cat's going to be dead in about 6 weeks."
Right.
"No, he'll be fine." I go, No, he won't be. He'll be dead from kidney and renal failure in about 6 weeks. And the cat almost died in 6 weeks. And the vet was like, "You have to feed the cat animal protein. It has to be fed animal protein."
They are not herbivores.
You cannot force that.
She's like, "It's not a dog. A dog will be fine on non-carnivorous food, and it won't be the greatest, but it'll live."
Yeah.
Cats cannot live on non-carnivorous diets. So,
Roy Rat was talking about digital Keno. He says it's a game to be played when the house had free rum and cokes and the bartender pours heavy. $5 in the machine, $20 worth of booze down my neck. I won every time. Yes, yes,
Nice.
you did.
yes, you did.
Yes, you did. Oh my goodness, yeah. I have played Keno in the pub so many times, but I never get the card because it's like I said. As soon as I get the card, my numbers stop coming up. It's ridiculous, and it's almost eerie just how how often it is that way. Like someone's got the whole Keno machine fixed just to make sure that my numbers will not come down when I pay in. It's wild. I've never won anything on a Keno.
Well, next time, give me your numbers. I'll play them, and when I win,
there you go.
I'll give you half.
There you go. See, that's where I have to. And I keep telling you guys, if you ever win the lottery over there in America, you let me accept it. And when the money comes to me, I get the taxes that you guys have to pay. I get them paid back to me because we don't pay taxes on our winnings. So then I'll send you back your winnings and I'll take your taxes.
If only that was allowed.
Right?
Oh, well, we just figured out how to get rid of the national debt, y'all.
Yeah. Give it to Canada.
Yeah. Oh, hello, OG. How you doing, buddy? I thought the people that skin baby carrots are called moles. No, those are baby other things, not carrots. So it's the mole that does the
Yeah, I don't want to know. I don't know what this is. I don't want to know.
Jewish babies. Circumcision. There we go. Moil. That's what it is. It's a moil. Moil. Sorry. All done.
I thought Moyle was a character in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
It was a character name, but it's also a job.
Some things in this world I just don't want to know.
Well,
Mr. Q says he's got some cats here that will loves carrot grass and even apples and radishes. I've never heard of carrot grass. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's new.
Yeah. Carrot grass. Yeah, no, we've got there's an awful lot of neighborhood cats where I live. They rule the neighborhood. It's quite fun. But the birds have learned not to not to fly at a certain height anymore. We've got a couple that are especially good hunters. I've seen Tigger just like from a sitting down on the ground, totally relaxed and whatever, and just straight up into the air and snags the bird right out of the air. It's amazing just how high up and how fast that cat goes in order to get. Yeah, there's a lot less mice and rats around the place since he moved in, though. So there's that too. Oh, gee. If he's also a chef, he's called an olive moil. Ha 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 ha. You smart ass. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, my cats are they're on a special diet because of Boo. She needs special foods. But a lot of it has to do with the carbs. So same thing. It's all these cat foods with the grains and everything. It's just not good for them.
Yeah, that's why I give all my cats grain free. We had one cat early on, like who had a grain allergy, and yeah, we just put them all on grain free. And then even after he, passed away of old age, we were just like, all right, we're just gonna keep it going. It works.
Yeah.
My dog, my boxer, when she was alive, I would hand her like lettuce or some greenery. Doesn't matter what it was. I'd hand it to her. She'd take it into her mouth and she'd spit it on the ground and look at me like I was trying to poison her.
Yeah.
Right?
How dare you?
So there's a video. It's a YouTube short where it's got a bunch of boxers, and this owner is handing her boxer in a car a piece of lettuce. The dog sniffs the lettuce and then puts a paw on her hand and pushes the hand down and looks at her like, "That shit away from me." I was like, Jesus, that's my dog right there. If she was alive, that's what she would do.
Yeah. Roy is asking if ever had a cat that would go hunting with you on walks. Actually, Tigger, the one that I'm talking about, he does. He goes for walks with his owner all the time. His owner walks everywhere, and Tigger's right behind him everywhere he goes. It's quite fun.
Yeah, they can be great companions in the woods.
Yeah. We live right next to a creek too, so it's a really nice area to be a cat because there's all sorts of wild birds to play with. Oh, gee, that's awful. Grain-free cats is an untapped market in Springfield, Ohio.
That's a bit of a deep cut. I mean, that was last year.
Well, I think they're probably still eating the cats and the dogs. We just don't hear about it.
Yeah, we just don't know about it.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of their citizenship stuff got overturned.
That's true too. That's true too. Yeah. That's the one thing that Trump has kind of done that he said he'd do is the immigration. He is making a bit of a dent on what came in. So there's that. I love the pictures of people LA. So many people are posting pictures of LA and there's no traffic. And they're just gobsmacked that there's no traffic in LA anymore. Well, yeah, that's that's kind of the thing. There's also there's your job market, like the American job market apparently, or unemployment thing has gone down quite a bit.
They added 400 something thousand jobs to the market last month and the month before.
Yeah, it's interesting. There actually are Americans who will work those jobs if you offer them to them. It's interesting to see because I'm sure they were telling us that no one would do these jobs, and that's why they have
Right.
to bring them in. You know,
If I was a high school kid and needed a job in the summer, I'm not above working my ass off for a living. I will
but
go
you're in
and
the
work my
rarity.
ass off.
A job
Yeah.
is a job.
Yep.
Yep.
But you got to pay me. I'm not going to go work a field
Right.
for $7 an hour. You're going to have to pay me
well,
at least 10, 12 bucks an hour.
Yeah, I mean, you have to. There has to be a level of kind of knowing your worth, knowing what kind of having your own standard for your own own skill level. Some
Exactly.
people, unfortunately, have an overblown sense of self worth. Is the problem?
Yep.
Yes.
Like one of
Yes,
the people I trained a few years back before all this MS crap, she sat down and she's like, "Oh, I'm worth like $30 an hour." I was like, "Oh, you are? Okay. So show me how to do these 5 things." And she's like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." I'll go, "Uh-huh.
Well, that's
You're not
$20
worth
an hour now.
you're not worth $30 an hour.
Right.
Yeah.
All the things I just asked you to do is what I learned when I was making 18. So you're worth 18 an hour." Pretty
Yeah.
simple.
Well, I heard someone was talking about minimum wage going up in America, and my goodness, you're going to be seeing it $15 an hour in most places in America or something along those lines. And I'm thinking $15 an hour, we passed that ages ago. Our minimum wage here in BC is nearly $18 an hour.
Yeah, but then they also don't understand basic economics. That every time you raise the minimum wage, the general price of all goods goes
up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, has anybody in this room ever read Thomas Sowell? I know I have.
Yeah, he's a great economist and all around. I mean, he's a great author to begin with, but yeah.
Yeah.
Probably one of the smartest persons since Milton Friedman about economy.
Okay. Mr. Q will be happy with Trump if the no tax overtime thing goes through. What is with that? Like, is that just one of those ones that's being held up in the House, or is it something that's not actually
most of Trump's proposed ideas are being held up in the House and Senate?
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a
all the
very
Doge
razor
are being
thin
held up.
majority right now.
Right.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have a large majority, so it's a very thin margin, and unfortunately, it only requires like 2, maybe 3, rhinos to hold shit up. So
yeah, we only have 4-seat majority in the House, and there's no seat majority in the Senate.
Yeah.
So the tiebreaker is always Vance in the Senate, but the House, if 4 dissenters from the right happen, the bill's dead. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And you don't even have to vote against it. You can just not show up or vote present.
Yeah.
Which I think should be illegal.
I realized that I've become an old when the Gen Zers in the RV next door, desperately searching for work, were bitching about the minimum wage and realizing it was more than I made as a young sergeant. Right? I remember I was so thrilled. I finally started earning $10 an hour, and then like 6 months, 8 months later, they upped minimum wage to $10 an hour. I'm like, are you kidding me? I've been working since I was 12, and it finally I get to that, and now we're, that's minimum wage.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
The amount of money that I make at my job right now, if the minimum wage was the same whenever I was in high school, I would basically be able to support myself on my income alone and my entire family on my income alone. Now, barely break even. I'm just barely above the poverty line in terms of what I make, and it requires us to be a dual income household. So,
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, I mean, that's the reason why I'm trying to not only do I want a new job because I can't stand the automotive industry anymore. I need to move south. So in being able to move south, I have to have a new job.
Right.
because they won't let me move south and take my computer and work from another state.
Yeah.
So it's a requirement, but every job that I'm looking for or possibly going to apply for makes between $5,000 and $12,000 more per year than I make now, and I make decent money. I mean, it could be better if I would have smarter when I was younger, but yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if I wasn't crippled, I'd be making like $180,000 a year in Customs and Border Protection, kicking those people off across the border. So,
yeah. Trust me, if I knew back in 2005 when I graduated high school what I do now, I would have not taken this career path.
yeah. See, I was stupid and I didn't work out when I had chances, and then I finally get motivated to work out, and then during the hiring process, I started having vision issues, and then the doctor's like, "Hey, you have MS lesions," and I said, "Oh, great, my life's over. Thanks, appreciate it." Yeah.
Yeah.
Your life's not over. It just sucks more now, man.
Yeah. Take it from Johnny.
Yeah, it's pretty much over. Trying to get back this is the hardest thing I've ever freaking done. So,
yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, I've been fasting for a long time. Sunday into Monday, and I was able to move pretty well this morning. So I gauge it on how fast I can get out of bed. If it takes me, 5 to 10 minutes, I'm doing well. If it takes me 2 to 3 hours, I'm doing horrible.
You're having a bad day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the last couple days, it's been 5 to 10 minutes. So that's a plus.
That's cool. Yeah.
Even though my body's
I'm here. I'm just going to take my camera off because, all this talk and stuff, I'm realizing that I haven't actually medicated in a bit. So, yeah. Well, it's really freaking humid. Usually where I live, the summer storms happen at night. It's weird, but it's true. They tend to happen at night, or else they're like flash storms. They're in and gone within 10, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, it's been humid and stormy all day long, and it's just brutal.
Sounds like a rainforest.
Yeah, but I'm in the dry side. I moved out of the rainforest. I was finally, my God, when I realized I was living in a rainforest, and my little heart went, wait a minute, but I was told that the rainforest was disappearing and we had to reduce, reuse, and recycle because the rainforest is disappearing. Now you're telling me I live in a rainforest.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, where do you actually find out that recycling's a scam?
Oh, right. Yeah, my little brother worked for the recycling for a while. Yeah, it's totally a scam.
Yeah.
Plus, it's the wrong rainforest. The rainforest that's disappearing is called Brazil.
The
one over here in the Pacific Northwest of the United States and into Canada is not disappearing. So,
no.
And the rainforest that was in Michigan or in the Upper Peninsula is all new growth. It used to be old growth, but it was all cut down to build the country.
Well, they also failed to mention that, what we think of as the rainforest being the Amazon. Well, the Amazon rainforest used to be home to about 20 million people. And then suddenly they all just disappeared and the forest moved in.
Yeah.
So, we've had a booming bumper crop of trees. And then suddenly it's like, oh, the rainforest is disappearing. I'm like, is it really though? Or is it returning back to more normal?
It's certain areas are coming back to being what it actually was. And then other areas are gone. But, I mean, if you want to see real full on rainforest, look at Belize.
Yeah.
The country of Belize is literally a jungle. The only areas that are really inhabited are near the ocean.
Yeah.
Everything else is literally, if you go walking in, number one, you got to deal with jaguars, but number two, it's a freaking jungle. There's green everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and giant snakes.
Oh, interesting. Roy Rad is saying there's more forested area in the United States today than when Columbus landed. Same with
Exactly.
the Amazon.
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting the things that we were taught as kids. We're finally old enough to see
Same in
it's not
Africa.
actually true. Yeah.
You look at the Sahara Desert, there's more grain in the Sahara Desert in like northern Namibia than there was during the time of Columbus.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, it's not true." No, it's 100% true. So
Yeah,
it's just
people
like
also
people
think
think.
that, yeah.
Go ahead, Kaiser.
I would say people also think that the majority of the oxygen that is in our atmosphere comes from the rainforest. Actually, it's phytoplankton
Yep.
in the ocean, which covers 70% of the planet.
Mhm.
Right.
And how long is the lifespan of the average phytoplankton? Days. And then, and guess what happens? It's born, it matures, they fuck, and they die.
Yep.
And
Sound like the worst.
it's the circle of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, there was a movie about that. So.
Yes,
Completely wrong about lions in that movie, but
well,
still.
It's Disney. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, show me a story in Disney's repertoire that was 100% accurate to the source material, and I'll show you a liar.
Very true. Well, I love the story of Pocahontas. They're like, "Oh, it's such a great love story." I go, "That is not a love story." You want to know the
history? Because that's more of an R wording.
truth, right?
Thank you, Mickey.
But she was married to the guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Marriage is a way you could say it, I guess.
Mm.
So.
Were they really?
We're talking about whiskey gas and ethanol. Are they really cutting down that much forest to grow corn for ethanol now? Like, is that still like a thing, or was that just?
Well, they're growing the corn to feed the cows.
That's what I figured. I don't think it was.
Because in Brazil they use sugar to create fuel.
Yeah.
Not corn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, there's multiple ways to create ethanol because, I mean, literally ethanol is the byproduct of yeast eating sugars. It doesn't matter where that sugar comes from. If the yeast eats the sugar, it creates ethanol.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of methanol as well. So,
yeah. Look,
which you don't want to drink, but it's great if you throw it into a motor.
Right? Methyl alcohol. Yep.
My RX-8, I was talking when I had it, I was thinking about turbocharging it and putting it on a water meth sprayer. And it's like, it should add like 50 horsepower. No. So 50 horsepower in a piston motor. When you add it to a rotary engine, it's like 180 horsepower it adds. It's freaking insane. And the apex seals can't handle it. And you blow them out the freaking exhaust system. So, like, well, let's not do that because that's a very expensive motor to replace, and I'm not going to do that. So,
yeah, there is a magic to working the almighty Dorito.
Yes, it is. Typically, when you add boost, that's not the magic.
Right.
Sounds great, but there's lots of issues. Miss that car. Would never be able to drive it right now because I can't move my left leg. But
yeah, I literally just cruising around. I went to sell some stuff on Facebook Marketplace the other day, and there's somebody in my area that just put up for sale. It's a Nissan 300ZX, 1988 manufacturer.
Okay.
You want to talk about a car that's a total vibe. Oh my God. It has the T-tops, everything.
Has a good motor.
The thing is immaculate. It has less than 30,000 miles on it. The guy basically bought it, drove it around as kind of a weekend car, one owner its entire life, and it was kept in a garage when it wasn't being run. Never driven during the winter. Thing looks like it popped out of a fucking time capsule. He wants 10 grand for it. I'm like,
oh shit. Sell it for 60.
Right? I'm like, that car is worth way more than that. And I mean, if you have ever seen the inside of an 80s 300 ZX, oh my God, it is pure 80s in there. I mean, it is the 80s threw up inside of that car, and I fucking love it. I mean, everybody talks about the DeLorean as being like, you know, the de facto 80s car. Nah. Sit in a 300 ZX manufactured between, I think, 86 and 89, change your fucking life. And it's like, holy shit. I say, good pay, but I mean, them things can fucking move.
Oh, yeah. There's like 360 horsepower.
Something like that.
What year was that?
1988 was the one I was looking at.
My brother had, I think it was the 300 ZX. He had a really lovely, super fast ZX. I think it was 300. I don't know. My brain for numbers. It might not have been 300, but yeah, it was
and I should
beautiful.
mention it was a manual.
Cherry red. Yeah.
Perfect.
Cherry red. It was a manual, and he loved the hell out of that thing.
Yeah. This one was silver. Right? Like, oh, it's so bad.
Oh.
I mean, I can tell you right now, if I hit the lottery, I'm buying the 3 RX-7s that I found the other day. So, 2 of them are straight from Japan.
Yeah.
So, right-hand drive.
There you go.
The EFNI models, so they have the upgraded appearance package and everything. So they're
nice.
They're amazing. 2001, 2003 for respectively. The first one's 2001, the next one's 2003. So, and they stopped producing them here for the United States market in 1994. So you get an extra 10 years of appearance packaging on the interior and all that stuff. They just look phenomenal, and they fixed the boost issues on the twin turbos for the 2000s models. So,
hello, JKT Buck.
Add a little boost controller, and you're making 300 to 400 horsepower on stock motor. So insane. A car that's 2,200 pounds. It's stupid.
Yeah, you guys in the chat. Holy Hannah. I mean, I don't know cars. I don't. But you're throwing out some really nice, like the 92 Nissan GTR. I know what that one is. Very, very nice. 76 Gremlin. I don't know what that is.
That's the AMC Gremlin.
Fun car, but it's a death trap.
Yeah,
okay.
Absolute death trap. It's the Wayne's World car.
Yeah, my dad had one. And he dropped a giant motor in it.
Okay.
Yeah, the Ford Pinto.
Oh.
Yeah. Kaboom.
Okay, yeah, I know that one, the Gremlin now. I recognize that. I had an 81 Acadian, a Pontiac Acadian. And it was similar to that. Canadian. It just wasn't quite so. Yes, it was an Acadian, and that was part of what I liked about it. So sue me. Its name was Thumper, and it was an 81 Acadian. Once I started the car to start driving, I could then take the keys out of the ignition, and I could drive while the people used the keys that were not in the ignition to carve into the door panels, because the door panels were so old that it was almost like carving into styrofoam.
Yeah.
And it was a 4-door, and I had 4 panels that was basically my yearbook, my grade 12 yearbook in these 4-door panels. It was awesome. But we'd squeeze a bunch of people into it and go off-roading with it. We put it up on a giant boulder once by accident. We kind of turtled it. It got stuck, couldn't get off. So we all got out of it, picked it up, moved it over, put it back down beside the boulder, got back in and kept driving. It was the best car in the world for a 16-year-old to have. It was
my
awesome.
first car I ever bought entirely with my own money was a 2001 Chevy Tracker. Now, it says Chevy. It was built by Suzuki. Everything on the inside of that engine bay was Suzuki. The only Chevy marking on it was the badge on the front because it was a licensure build.
Yep.
And yeah, I called it my poor man's Jeep because it had the vinyl top, the 2-door. It was literally everything close to a Jeep that you could get without actually getting a Jeep. Lift kit and everything, big old off-road tires. I fucking love that thing. Manual transmission. Could not get out of its own fucking way. I mean, you try to merge on the highway, it felt like you were trying to re-enter Earth's atmosphere. But if you weren't in a hurry to get anywhere, it was a fun car to drive.
Exactly like a Jeep. Because Jeeps take 9 years to get up to speed.
Right. I mean, it had a 4-cylinder 2-liter engine, which would not have been bad if it had a stock drivetrain and wheels on it. But I mean, it had the big fucking off-road tires and 4-wheel gears. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it ain't gonna get there fast, but it'll get there.
Yeah. See, my first car that I bought with my own money was my RX-8.
Yep.
And I learned to drive a stick shift on the way home from the dealership in that car.
Yep.
I love how you guys say this like your first car wasn't the one you bought with your own money.
Well, I mean, technically my first car I didn't buy with my own money. I mean, actually my first 2 cars, because I had my 83 Forenza station wagon, which that thing was kind of a POS. I mean, it was fun for what it was worth. I mean, for being a 16-year-old kid, but I mean, yeah, that thing was a death trap. And then, yeah, that one, I kind of had a little mishap with it. And not long after the main oil seal blew, I bled dry my engine of all the oil. Had no fucking clue because there's no gauge. It was just an idiot light. So I pulled up to a stoplight. And then just as I went to hit my accelerator, when the light turned green, the engine just went and died right there, just gone. And then the second car I had wasn't even actually mine. It was my dad's, but it was a 95 Plymouth Neon. It had, 5-speed manual transmission, manual door locks, manual windows, no radio. The only parts of the gauge cluster that worked were the tachometer for the RPMs and the odometer for your mileage. That was it. Nothing else worked. So I had to figure out how to gauge my speed based on what gear I was in, feel, and what the tachometer said. And I was able to figure out what my speed was. And then I had to actually start figuring out how to calculate my fuel mileage by how big of the tank of gas I knew this thing had in it, how much, I had put in it, and how far I could go on that one tank of gas based on the odometer. I learned a lot in that car, and it was a fun car to drive. It was tiny as shit. And yeah, it was, look, I mean, it was a Plymouth Neon. It was a 95 Plymouth Neon. It was not going to win any beauty contests. No. It was not going to win any high performance contests, but it was fun.
Max.
Hey.
Hello. How you doing?
Hey.
How's it going, Max?
I got 2 iPhones.
Oh, geez. 2 iPhones. Ugh, I don't trust Apple.
Yeah. See, so Johnny, my first car ever was a Ford Focus, 3-door, and I promptly totaled it on April Fool's Day.
Hey, amazing.
On black ice, turning 3 houses down from my house. So I missed that car. If I still had it, well, if I was still alive, I'd still have it.
We're talking about first cars we ever owned.
Oh, 1979 Chevy Nova. It had a V8 engine. It was pretty good. It's like a cop car. Yeah.
What year?
Oh man.
1979.
79. Oh, nice.
Chevy Nova.
Dad had a Nova.
I almost bought it was the 70s Chevy Nova, and it was old enough that it had the bench seat. It was
Oh,
yeah. That bench
lovely.
seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
I did have a car with bench seats, and that was a fun car. I liked that. Made date nights really fun.
Yeah.
Take that sucker out there to the drive-in movie with the missus, because we actually were married whenever we had that car, and yeah, made movie times a lot of fun.
I was 16 with that Focus, and the best part about that is being a 16-year-old giving young ladies in short skirts rides home from school, and they would always sit in the back seat. Well, I would have to get out of my seat to let said young ladies out of their seat.
So they had to,
Short
bend all
skirts
over.
were amazing. So,
right? Hello, Lexi. How you doing? Good to see you.
especially with some of these girls that had no idea what they were doing with the skirt on.
Let me just adjust the mirror here.
Yeah.
Let me not tell you how to sit like a nice young lady and proper and everything, and we'll be fine.
Roy Rott had main high school car was an 82 Cadillac Eldorado diesel.
Now that's a car.
Really
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
about 10,000
Perfect
pounds
for
of
me
metal.
because it went nowhere fast. It was sure fun for cruise night. 8 kids in the back, 4 out on the sunroof.
Yeah.
Nice.
Freaking land boat.
I begged my granddad to not sell his car and let me have that as my first car. Now, probably a good idea he didn't give it to me, but God, I wish I had that car. It was a 72. I want to say 72. I think it was 72. Coronado. That thing had the white leather interior, white vinyl on as a top, forest green. The thing was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
Nice. Hello, firstborn unicorn. How you doing?
Hi-yo.
Johnny, what was your first car?
My first car was an 89 Grand Am. I bought it and it did not work. I had to replace the computer, and then I replaced like all the spark plugs, cleaned up the engine, did the brakes, got her running good for like a year, and because the heat was such shit, even after flushing the heat system out, like it ended up going down a cliff and parking it in between a tree and a telephone pole with inches to spare, and had the tow truck driver simply turn the car off before pulling it back up the incline. It wouldn't have warped my cylinders and trashed said Grand Am. It was a piece of shit, let's be clear. But it had a sunroof, and the rear driver's side wheel well had rusted out to the point where the strut punched through. And so in the winter, when they salt and snow the roads, if you ran to Wisconsin and you put your beer in a trash bag, it would be very nicely chilled when you got back.
There you go.
That's the car my granddad had, and I apologize. It was a Cordoba, not Coronado. Cordoba. That was the car I almost had.
That's a lovely color too.
It was the same color, same top, everything.
That's very cool.
So much fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I begged my granddad to not sell that car, and I wanted it so bad. And he unfortunately sold it before I could. He sold it a year before I turned 16.
Oh,
I was so mad.
No, Mr. Q, the rear view mirror wouldn't tilt down that far if I was sitting in my seat and they were in the back seat. So when I stop and let them out of the car, I would get a nice view of everything.
Oh, I didn't know this. So first, the car I got out of grad school, I bought a used, I think it was a 91. It was a Volvo 940 Turbo SE. So it had, I forget what supercharger it had in there, but leather, it had the power seats, the moonroof, and everything. And so I didn't realize it. I bought it in California, but it was made in Halifax, Nova Scotia, in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, we made a lot of cars back in the day.
We still do, just not in Nova Scotia.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a Volvo plant there. It was in, and so that one I gave to my friend. He was down at the U.S. Consulate General in Okinawa, and his wife was driving it, and this Japanese woman ran a red light with one of those K cars, broke her legs, but she T-boned the Volvo.
Oh wow!
And Volvo was fine because it had like the steel bars, reinforcement, and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Safest vehicle manufacturer today still is Volvo.
Interesting.
But I love that thing. It was like I had to pay attention to the turbocharger. Like, so you're on the freeway in Los Angeles, and then you get off, and you just don't realize there's some time the turbocharger is spinning, so you're not supposed to shut it off right away, or it can F it up. But
yeah,
that was crazy. It was a great buy. It was there was a guy named Gary, and he was a marketing manager, like the marketing vice president or senior vice president for Honda of America, and he lived in Santa Monica. And it was his wife's car, and they just had pristine records, everything, So, and hardly drove it. So that was a great deal.
Yeah, the S40 is pretty nice.
Mustang.
Especially the all-wheel drive version later on.
There it is. I'm now done uploading this.
91 Pontiac. Okay. Yeah, I would. My dream car would be a 240C. I highly doubt I could find one now.
Oh, if we're talking dream cars, that's a totally different subject.
Yeah.
Right. Canada's got this great importation laws for vehicles, whereas you're not time gated by age of vehicle. All you're time gated by is the safety features of the vehicle. And as long as it passes the safety features, you can import any year. Okay. And I can find you any 240Z you want. Straight from Japan. You're going to pay a lot of money for it.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be lovely. They were such wonderfully cool cars.
And if you want to be a stuck-up person about the 240 nomenclature, you just get yourself an S14 Sylvia and call it a day. So it's like the height of the epitome of the 240Z is the S14s.
Okay.
Better motor. It's actually the intermediate Skyline motor from the early 80s that they put in the S14s. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, more power, less weight. Yeah. Insane.
Look at those. Look at one of those. Yeah. The 76 Shelby Mustang. Yeah. That was that was back when cars were nice. When cars were,
made of metal.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Yeah, the plastic in computers, the cars these days, just not, I don't know. It's not sexy,
Sexy.
Yeah, there's
sexy. Yeah.
Right. There's nothing like jumping in a car and it's not starting, so all you have to do is get out and turn the distributor cap, a degree or two, and it starts right up.
And it's good to go. Well, the fact that once upon a time, as long as I had the Haynes manual and the parts, I could feasibly fix the car that I was driving in.
Yeah, but good luck having a car that works that way now.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Very hard to find.
You can do that still, but as soon as the sensors goes out, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of times, even now too, you still have to either go to the dealership to get them to reset the computer or whatever, or you have to have a special device to plug in, like to reprogram your computer.
Yeah.
Or there's only dealer-only parts that you can you can't get anywhere else. No.
Yeah.
Like which Dodge I forget which Dodge motor it is, but if the oil pickup, the Cummins motor that Nissan uses for the Titan. So if the oil pickup sump tube or whatever the O-ring seal that goes on it fails, it's a $5 part, and you cannot get it from an auto parts store. You have to take the vehicle to a Nissan dealership.
Oh.
Like, I can replace the part, and you can take the transmission apart and physically see the part and take it out with your hands and put the new part in.
Yeah.
But they will not sell it to you unless you go to the dealership and let the dealership do it.
Yeah.
Which is a $5,000 repair.
Yeah, they're doing that with a lot, or at least they were back when I was, owning a car. But they were already doing that, making it so that, like your warranty is only valid, or you can only get the specific part from the actual maker of the car.
Yeah.
And then they charge you a fortune for it.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Which is upsetting because I know 4 master mechanics, and they'll do anything mechanically, sheet metal wise, anything I need to a vehicle. But if it's a computer problem, they're like, yeah, I'm not going to touch this. Yeah, I just need you to unplug the computer and plug the new computer in. And like, yeah, no, I'll take it to the dealership. But you guys suck.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Oh.
I do suck, but what business is it of yours?
Wait. I forgot my nicotine this morning.
Oh, jeez.
Actually, I looked up some.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this smells kind of like ass. I'll the other one. No, I don't like the smell of ass. I'm just saying. Some of the brand. This one, I took off the labels so that it's more stealth. These ones are Ice Berry. Look at that.
Ice Berry. Okay.
Yeah, I've been usually a Zen man, but I just recently picked up a thing of Velo just to try it, and I was like, yeah, these aren't bad.
Velo Plus or Velo?
Plus.
Yeah, because I think the Velo Plus is the same as the Japanese Velo. I'm not sure, but someone said I was wrong. But my theory was that the Velo Pluses are made with nicotine polyacrylics, which is the same sort of nicotine in the patches and the lozenges and the gums, right? So it's absorbed slower. So if you're a kid though, and you're trying to get as much nicotine and get a buzz, then you're going to be disappointed. That's why the Zins are popular with the kids.
Oh, okay.
But if you're just you're just looking for, it's like when you sip whiskey, if you're just sipping whiskey and you're not trying to do shots,
Yeah.
Right.
The polyacrylics delivers slower and smoother. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I will admit it is a little slower, a little smoother. Which I appreciate. It's not trying to burn out my esophagus.
Yeah. So that's what I got these. I got a sampler of Lucy's. They're an American brand, and they're smoother than the Velos. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But they're a little bit more expensive. But I mean, still really cheap, like $2, $3.
Yeah.
Or 15. So that's nothing.
And they're just little pouches that you tuck away. Okay.
Yeah. Like they normally come in these things, but I put them in my mint tin.
Yeah, little tiny
the
thing.
mint tin is. So the Lucy's look kind of brown. Like they look like organic coffee filter paper, and they're all soft and everything. But the Velos, they're like a little bit moist, and they're like soft pillows, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, the Zins I've noticed are very dry. They're almost kind of they're very like almost like little sandbags. And then you just tuck them on down. And the only thing I like about Zins more than I do these is that whenever the Zin is done, the packet is just empty, and you're like, oh, I know this thing's empty.
Yeah.
You know, these, I mean, you hang them in there for a while, and you just kind of like once the flavor stops, you're like, okay, pop it. But yeah, I will admit, yeah, they are. I may be switching. The only thing I also don't like about these is that they only come in, at least in my area, they only come in 6 milligram and 9 milligram. And Zins come in 6 and 3 here, and I'm trying to step down.
Yeah, I do. I went from, I think the 1 dot strength in Velo is 3 milligrams or 4 milligrams. I don't know which. And I think Lucy is 3 or 4. So I started with that. And I'm not a smoker or vapor. So my tolerance, of course, is low. And then I actually moved up to 6 milligrams, and I was fine. Then one of the, this friend of a friend, Preston, I met him. He's I'm on this Discord server. He teaches judo in North Carolina. He kind of looks like Kaiser, but with flattened ears, you know. And
you just can't see my ears.
Yeah. So he had, from the United States of America, he had 6 milligram Zins. And at the time, I was using 6 milligram Velo. So I said, we were out drinking, and I said, sure, pop one in. And it was good. It was like, whoa, this is great. Wonderful. Then all of a sudden, I mean, these two guys met me for the first time. It was like I had drunk like 12 beer. And I was like, are you okay? And I couldn't talk. I was like trying not, I was thinking, don't puke. And I couldn't stand up. I was like, I had to hold on to something, and they were laughing at me. But I knew in my head, this is just like being drunk, except I know it's going to be gone in 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
And that killed me. A 6 milligram Zin just knocked me off my ass. So now I've just gone down to 3 milligrams. And
yeah, if I could find the 3 milligrams Velos in my area, I'd use those. But I mean, I can only find 6 or 9 here.
Is that gum or what are they exactly?
They're pouches.
Pouches. Like
you just tuck them down.
You know, aside from Volvos, I like Volvos. I like Saabs even better, but they don't make them anymore. The Swedes invented, I don't know, maybe the invention of snus, which is, okay, we have chewing tobacco. We grew up with Copenhagen and Skolds and stuff. Right?
Yeah.
But the Swedes actually took the tobacco, actual tobacco, and they cured it. First, their innovation was somehow curing it. And so when you put it in your between your cheek and gum, it doesn't create all that disgusting tobacco juice. And when you're not creating disgusting tobacco juice in your mouth and your throat, your risk of oral cancer and esophageal cancer goes way down. So then the next innovation they did was maybe 20 years ago. They said, what if we put that chewing tobacco in the pouches that we get? You know, well, I guess we had them in the 80s. I remember Skolds in the 80s too. So they did that. And then maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, this old guy, the guy who kind of innovated the pouches, he goes, what if we took out, that's German, what if we took out all the tobacco? The tobacco has the carcinogens and just left in the nicotine. So we have nicotine pouches. So then, you know how we're saying nicotine's bad for you? No, tobacco is bad for you. Nicotine in itself is like caffeine. It can be very addictive. You can get tolerance and everything else. But a little bit can have some positive qualities, you know? So, anyways, if you look at the OECD, amongst OECD nations, Sweden has the lowest rate of cigarette smoking. They didn't force it. They didn't say, they didn't force it through aggressive excise taxes or something. People naturally switched from cigarettes to snus.
Yep.
And then they have the lowest rate of esophageal cancer, oral cancers, and other cancers related to smoking.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I still smoke, but I only very rarely do, and I only smoke my pipe. That's it. And I get legit pipe tobacco. I mean, I don't get.
You get that delicious smelling Borkum Riff cherry Cavendish or whatever cherry Cavendish.
Actually, so This is actually what I mean. It's in just a regular ball jar, but this is Lane Limited, very cherry. I like that, and then also Lane. It's called what was it? Lane 1Q is the blend. That's my favorite, hands down. It's really good. It's kind of got a smooth, almost a bit of a vanilla and stone fruit kind of flavor to it. It's very mellow, but it's a very light aromatic. I prefer aromatic tobaccos. I don't like the real heavy like Latakia and like the really heavy, you know English styles. I'm an aromatic guy, which
you're no Sherlock Holmes. I always read that stuff.
I may not be Sherlock Holmes, but I do have.
You're a Watson.
Yes. He's gonna go get it the pipe now. Mr. Q, the disgusting tobacco juice is what turns the girls on. That's how you get the buckle bunnies.
What's a buckle bunny?
See, rodeo. They're women who go for the rodeo cowboy.
Like badge bunnies just for rodeo.
Yeah, or lot lizards.
Oh, last time I was here, we sang the rodeo song.
Pipe.
Yeah. Here comes Johnny. And Johnny, were you here?
I believe.
Here comes Johnny. With his pecker in his hand.
He's a one ball man.
I don't give a fuck.
But yeah.
But
yes.
Here comes Johnny. He's a one ball man. That's a great song. Johnny, Digger should introduce you to one of the Canadian classics. Stomping Tom Connors.
I believe I've heard that one.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure he knows. He's a hockey guy, so
that's a song about. That's Tillsonburg is a town in southwestern Ontario, and it's famous for tobacco leaf production. So that's why he sang that song. And the lyric, he goes, Tillsonburg, my back still hurts when I hear that word. And it's a great song.
Interesting. I didn't, yeah. Do you remember the, oh shoot. It was a Raven, I think, pipe that Vices had.
Yeah, one of those custom ones that he had, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Does anyone know the name of that pipe maker? Because wasn't he in Canada? He was.
Yeah, I know that Connor still knows his name, but I think I still follow. I have an Instagram account. I haven't used it or looked at it in probably 3 years, but I think I've got him saved on there somewhere. But yeah, I mean, I've really just got like a couple of corn cobs, my, Vowen Auenland, which is this one, and then my Savinelli. So
yeah,
I've always wanted this one because this is the shape is called the Author. So yeah. It's my current occupation.
I'm gonna get a Sherlock. Just some Digger stops giving me shit for my pipe.
Well, the penis pipe is a whole nother situation.
It is not. It's just a glass piece. You need to stop calling it that.
It's not.
It's not. It does not involve dickery in any way.
Oh,
I would love to get my hands on an actual calabash pipe, like Sherlock Holmes. I'll tell you that.
Hey,
those are expensive though.
What pipe were you talking about that Legal Vices had? Jeff had.
It was the Raven one. Yeah,
the Raven.
It's on his Instagram.
Yeah, he was also going to make. I think he was making the whatever. Oh shoot.
He had the alien xenomorph one. He had another one that was getting made. I can't remember what that
was. It was the oh gosh, I can't remember it. It's the evil being thing from
how do you pronounce it? Cthulhu custom pipe by
Cthulhu. Thank you, Cthulhu.
Yeah, I have a photo of it. You want me to put it into
Yes, please.
Not really evil.
I don't want to out him. I don't think it's doxing or anything. But I actually, before I got to know Jeff, I actually did know him kind of on Reddit because I had posted. Anyways, he had. This is not the first post he did, but I'll put it into private chat. You'll see this picture. and he shows a pipe. But one of his first posts on Reddit was of what was it? You see that?
I have to sign in. They don't.
Sorry.
Yeah. Thank you. Holy Hannah. They have to call it a not safe for work, eh?
I guess so. I'm on not safe for work all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of for that website. I mean, that's just kind of a general thing. Let's be real.
That's the standard Reddit.
Yeah.
Status.
There we go.
I mean, Reddit is a.
That's awesome.
A prawn site. So.
With the
there's a company called SV Pipes Design. That's what he said. It's a custom one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
That's awesome. The custom tamper and everything. That's so cool. Yeah.
Okay, so 3 years ago, I knew him maybe before that, but this is what I posted. Now you'll see what my my Reddit is, but I said, hey, this American expat in South Korea is showing off a limited edition Russian watch called a Raketa, not Raketa, but Raketa is a Russian watch company, and it's made from the steel of discontinued Akula class Soviet submarine. And I put that in there, and you can see his video. It's a YouTube video. And
okay.
It's a really cool watch.
Okay, so by the way, I just have to say, Steve, hi.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
How's it going, Mr. Gosney?
Hello, Mr. Gosney.
Hello.
Are you in the Florida? Okay. Say hi to all the Florida men's. Yeah. Florida men's.
Hey, Max, how are you, man?
Good. Oh, you're in
I always feel a little anxiety, but can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we got you.
I feel a little anxiety.
A little echoey, but we got you.
Because I think Max is like the master of all things, you know? he knows so much, and he's just a very powerful personality. And I come on and he's here. I'm like, I want to bow and say respects to Max Mira.
I bow. Oh, so we were talking first about tobacco. Well, this is not tobacco. This is nicotine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the stuff that you would find in the gum.
Oh yeah, nicotine polyacrylics is what you put in the. So if people are looking for nicotine for nootropic purposes, then you don't want to use the pouches. That's like trying to think. Just like it's kind of like Zins are like Everclear, the nicotine salt. They're too fast and speedy and too much. But if you take a patch, it's going to give like 0.2 milligrams of nicotine over 11 hours or something like that. Or gum is going to be like 2 milligrams, and so it's going to be just enough and little. And you're not trying to be like a 17-year-old kid and trying to chase the buzz. Those are the kids that are bragging about, oh, I got 3 9-milligram ones or 12, which is crazy because that would just make me.
Yeah.
And so there it's an interesting it's kind of interesting. Now, if you are looking at this, I'm in Japanistan, so I'm a little bit frustrated, as I always am. Is if you go to Amazon has their own brand, and yes, maybe everyone will go there and buy these Amazon branded nicotine gums, I guess. But they're a good deal. And then Jeff Bezos can have another wedding in Venice. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I only go for cigars, and it's only like once every year or something.
Once in a blue moon,
Once in a blue moon. I've got a bunch of cigars. In fact, I buy more than I smoke because I look at them like, oh, you know what? I might smoke a cigar. And I buy the stuff, and I buy the lighter, and I buy the thingy. And then it's like, and I'm like, maybe not. I mean, it's like the mood everything has to be kind of just right, aligned, and I'll have a cigar.
Did you ever smoke when you were in high school or college or anything?
No, okay. I'm not a smoker. The reason I like cigar, I guess my dad smoked cigars when I was young.
Okay.
So I like the smell of cigar smoke generally, but I don't smoke, period. I mean, and like I said, I probably smoked 10 cigars in my entire life, but occasionally I will have a cigar. And I've got Andrew Bronca is coming to Miami in July. Did you know that?
Oh, nice.
Cool. Is he taking the bike, or is he and the wife coming?
No, he's going to be on some kind of podcast. It's like one of these like red pill guy podcasts.
Oh, cool.
Forget my son will tell you what it is, but he's going to be on this podcast where he talks about women and stuff,
Fit and fresh.
Nice. Fit and fresh. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And so and last time I was on Bronco Show, we were talking.
I can see that.
He said if you get so many donations, he and I will stream from some restaurants. So he's going to come to Miami. We're going to go to a restaurant. We're going to do a live stream, and I expect to have a cigar at that point. And Nick Starro is coming to Miami too.
I know.
In September.
Yep, Nick was here earlier. Actually, he was here at the start of the stream. Yeah, so I'm kind of hoping to crossing fingers. I'm hoping to do my trip to America at the same time, so I can meet up with everyone in Logan.
You should come to Miami. Anybody's welcome to all you guys here. Kaiser, Max, Johnny K, Digger. You come to Miami, and I will give you the Miami tour and show you how we'll go out to dinner and we'll smoke a cigar. Is that a fair?
Miami Vice. I'm going to wear pastels and roll up my sleeves.
Yes, roll up your sleeve, pop collar. Yes.
Oh, Miami Beach is amazing. The Art Deco district.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I met Michael Mann several years ago,
really?
Maybe 4 years ago. Yeah, it was during the COVID and just when it was starting. He was filming something, and then I got this email from a friend of a friend, and I wasn't interested. I just wasn't interested in what was being produced. But then finally, I got a call from my godfather, my FBI godfather, and he goes, "Hey, can you go out and see him?" So I went out with my friend. He's an ex-army guy, and we went, and it was because he said, "Hey, man, it's cool. This is the director of
the first 2 seasons of Miami Vice are classic. I mean, the first 2 seasons are great.
Yeah.
After that, they say it jumps the shark. It jumps the shark when the black spider? Yeah, the car blows up and they replace it with a white Lamborghini. They say that's the point at which it jumps the shark, which is like end of season 2. But I mean, it was classic. I mean, and the music and the visuals. And you come to Miami Beach, man, and that Art Deco is just beautiful. It's really.
I think the days before things were digital and on internet, and you can get it any time, and before TiVo and everything, I think you would go home to watch maybe 2 things because you couldn't record it. That was Miami Vice in those days and Saturday Night Live,
right?
When it was good, yeah.
Yeah. See, this is why I admire Max. Because he knows a lot about everything, which is I know a little bit about everything, but Max knows a lot about everything. I always have to defer. So again, bow, salute.
Mr. Q is drawing a very pretty picture, or a very funny picture. Anyway,
did you see Michael Mann? I think he was the director of a Tom Cruise movie, A Collateral, which I really liked. Did you ever see that one?
No, I did not.
Tom Cruise is and he's basically an assassin for hire, and so he's really creepy.
That's the Jamie Foxx one, right?
Yeah, Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx is a taxi driver, and Jamie Foxx's character is named Max. Yeah,
so, best Tom Cruise movie. One of my favorite movies of all time is Risky Business.
Oh, that's a classic.
Yeah. Rebecca De Mornay, I'll tell you, I was in love with her. And Tom Cruise was great in that. The music, the soundtrack, that's one of the greatest soundtracks.
Tangerine Dream. They had some really good stuff on the soundtrack.
Yep, Tangerine Dream. There you go. Yeah.
Wow. Max is just nailing it.
Yeah.
Great. Exactly. And Tangerine Dream soundtrack is just wonderful. It's one of the best Tangerine Dream. I've got like the entire Virgin Years soundtrack of Tangerine Dream. I'm a big fan. And of course, there's also Phil Collins and Prince and Bob Seger and Jeff Beck and I mean Journey and Talking Heads. I mean, what an incredible soundtrack album that is.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's the thing about Tom Cruise. I mean, we know the points where he kind of went off, jumping on the couch or yelling at Matt Lauer about, you know, Scientology stuff. But I think he learned his lesson because for the most part, he everything about him now, it's business. It's it's consideration and focus on the movie, on the film, on the cast, on the staff, you know, the crew. So if you get this leak where he's like yelling during COVID, you know, it's because he's passionate about the movies. He's not putting it.
Yeah.
So he keeps his kind of politics because that's and so that's why you can respect him. I go, man, that guy knows what side of his bread is buttered. You know, he's focusing on making that film. So
well, there's a reason why a lot of people refer to him as the last real movie star. I mean, because I mean, he knows what to do and how not to step on toes for the most part. I mean, he's like you said, he tries to stay out of politics and stuff. He just focuses on the job. That's all anybody wants.
One of the nicest guys, I think, in movies right now, they say is Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
See, Keanu Reeves is a really stand-up, good kind of guy who's in touch with reality. I mean, any of the Scientology thing is really kind of crazy. You know, the whole Travolta, Tom Cruise thing. But I hear that Keanu he's not the greatest actor, but he stays in his lane, and I hear he's very approachable and like one of the good guys in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well, he's a genuine human being.
And there's a sad story behind that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
fuck ton of people in his family and his life, all like a really short time span.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who I don't know if he's great in person because he can be a bit abrasive. Like recently a paparazzi or fan got too close and he yelled at him, and that's the actor Bill Murray.
Oh, yeah.
But before that, in March,
he separates himself from Hollywood, and I gotta respect that because he knows who he is, and it's like he goes and golfs and he doesn't have a cell phone. It's like, if you really want to come get me, you know where you can find me, right?
So
but it's like, I'm not going to play
the
Hollywood game.
In March, I almost was that guy who got yelled at. So in March, Bill Murray was in Tokyo, Japan for the opening series because he's a big Cubs fan. The Cubs were playing the Dodgers. So I used to work for Bobby Valentine, the baseball manager. And Bobby said, hey, meet me in the lobby of the Peninsula Hotel. I did. So I'm coming up the stairs and I see a white guy with white hair and he's signing some autographs. And I think it's Bobby Valentine. So I'm about to go, hey, like right on his back. And I'm about to go, hey, man. And at that point, there's a white guy with a beard and, you know, he's a tourist, American tourist. He goes, thanks, Bill.
Oh, jeez.
Bill just and my hand was just right there, and kind of turns around, and then I go, "Oh, sorry," and I said, "Wrong white guy." and I walk to the lobby, and I see Bobby, and I said, "Hey, Bobby, I almost hit Bill Murray on the back because I thought it was you." And then Bobby's going, "Oh, that's funny." He goes, "Hey," and then Bill kind of walked behind us, and he's going, man, he looks old. You realize he's the same age as me, 77. And I go, so
hey Max,
it's kind of funny.
Have you seen the movie Lost in Translation?
Yeah, that was Sofia Coppola. She's the Francis Ford's daughter, and she did it on like $5 million budget.
Knowing Japanese, I love that. That's a great movie. I love that movie, and I love the scene where he's like doing the commercial, And the guy, the director's going, da 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 da. He has all that line, and then he says, "What's he saying?" And he says, "Okay, try it again." But it's like that can't have been the right translation. Knowing Japanese and English, I mean, what is your impression of that scene?
Yeah, I really liked that movie. It was on a really low budget, like $4 or $5 million only, which is nothing. There was maybe it was a New York Times reporter after the movie came out and focused on the thing Lost in Translation. And she talked to my friend Larry Rocca. He used to write for the Star Tribune. He covered the Yankees beat and everything. He's a writer. But he also worked for Bobby Valentine in Japan when Bobby managed the Chibaloda Marines. And Larry's story was one day they had an outside a Japanese nutritionist, and she was giving a lecture on nutrition to the baseball players in Japanese, and they had an interpreter there, and she's going on this long explanation, and then, oh, what did she say? Oh, it is important to eat good food. and that was Larry's quote. Yeah. And so he basically confirmed this was, remember, Sofia Coppola's father did a lot of that movie was semi-autobiographical. So when you had these Asian Americans who were protesting outside the theaters going, "This is a racist stereotype," how can your own autobiographical experiences be stereotype? Because her father was doing these Suntory commercials. She also had a husband, a photographer, Spike Jones, who kind of ignored her. That's kind of in the movie. And then there was even those guys. You remember the guy who was singing Sex Pistols in karaoke? That guy was one of the editors of Vogue Japan magazine. So it wasn't that they were just pulling out weird and wacky Japanese characters. Some of them were her friends, right? They also, the one where they play their song by Peaches, the strip club, it was actually a funky furniture store. This guy named Kurosaki, he introduced in the 60s and 70s, this guy, really wealthy Japanese guy, went to France, studied stuff. And then he saw all those name brand industrial designers like Eames and whatever. And so he brought those chairs and the furniture. He had some cool shops. And he just took out all the furniture and converted it into a strip club. So that's not a real strip club. People say, "Where's the strip club?" And I said, "No, that was a furniture store. Do you want to go there?"
You got to admit, though, that somebody like Bill Murray, to make that good a movie that late in his career, you got to admire the guy, because I mean, he's been making great movies. There's so many great movies Bill Murray is in. And,
I mean, recently when they had the Army 250th anniversary of the Army, and people were kind of criticizing that the soldiers weren't marching in step and everything. You know what the first thought came to me? Stripes. It was Stripes.
Oh, Stripes.
The scene with Stripes. Bill
Murray, Harold Ramis, great movie.
I want to know, can our war fighting men and women win a war? Being able to march in symmetrical line is not the key to winning a war.
Yeah, I was going to say, are we really concerned about marching so much as we are just, that guy over there, make him not be there anymore?
Yeah.
I just care
especially
if
with
you
drones.
hit your target.
Yeah. And then, of course, you see some of these other militaries around the world, Pakistan and India. They have the two guys that do the weird dance thing at the border, and it's like, I know that that's choreographed, and there's probably some kind of cultural significance there, but it looks dumb. I'm just gonna come out and
dance. They should do 1980s breakdancing.
Right? Breakdance battle right there. Settle everything with breakdance.
Weapons.
This is so cool, man. I want to. As a representative of Japan, can I thank you for the good work that they're doing in the Philippines? Japan is financing a lot of the reconstruction of the Philippines in the subway system, and of course, in World War II there was quite a lot of destruction visited on the Philippines by Japan. But they're doing some great work in the Philippines. My wife's Filipino.
You know where that's coming from is this. My friend, he passed away. Skip Orr. He's from Florida. Where is it? Near Fort Lauderdale. What is it? Is it Boynton Beach or is
Boynton
it?
Beach is here. Yeah.
So Skip Orr, Robert Orr. He passed away in his 60s, but he used to be the president of Boeing Japan and other things. But he was also. He and I disagreed on politics because he was a diehard Democrat. He got to know Obama when Obama was a senator. So he became the United States ambassador to the ADB, Asian Development Bank. And the Asian Development Bank, it's headquartered physically in Manila. But Japan is one of the largest contributors. In fact, the head is always a Japanese guy, like from the Bank of Japan or something. And so but I didn't know this, but the United States of America has a veto position kind of on decisions. So what ADB is, it underwrites bonds, infrastructure financing for roads, airports, tunnels, everything for infrastructure from Asia right down to what do they call it? The Indo-Pacific now, right? And that counters what the Chinese are supposed to do with their Asian investment bank, because their Silk Road initiative. So I think it does an important job. So he was when Skip was down there as ambassador, he did some research. And I'm not an Obama fan, but I respect Skip was a good friend of mine. And he was told by the White House handlers, okay, the president is coming. He's already met him before, but he's going, the president is coming. And so you only have like 20 minutes, and he had the handlers being very haughty and everything, right? But Skip said, okay. And he did some research, and he had his staff go down into the archives. And when the president came, he goes, hey, Mr. President, I think you want to see this. It was a leather-bound book that he had assembled. And it was all the papers that Obama's mother, Anne, had written when she was an employee of the Asian Development Bank. And so
Very cool.
that strictly 20 minutes only became an hour and a bit. And Obama said, this is the most interesting, memorable thing that he's ever had. He was given that. So after
right now, Asia is doing really, really good.
Yeah.
And Manila in the Philippines is really coming back. Japan is doing great. Even Vietnam is turning it around. If China doesn't screw it up with the Taiwan, the thing is that things are going really good. The peace is there. They just need to stay. China's got to get rid of this fixation and this warmongering. I guess that's the nature of tyranny, because right now Asia is doing great, and and let's keep building, and let's keep the peace going, and let's keep the redevelopment that Japan is doing. It's doing a lot of good for the world. I just see so many positive things, and there's this sort of Damocles over the entire region, and it's like they gotta get off of this fixation, right?
China isn't just on military. There was from maybe 2-3 years ago. It's kind of recent. I think you heard of it. There was, I think she was a mayor, and she was in the Philippines. It turns out she was not just Chinese, but she had from mainland China, and she's an agent of the CCP. She had lied about her background, forged a false identity, and then taken the position to, of course, and so basically infiltrated, levels of the Philippine government and bureaucracy. And wow.
Yeah, it's a shame. Like what's happening between Russia and Ukraine. I've got great friends in Russia, and I greatly admire Ukraine. And basically they're just killing each other. It's like this mass suicide kind of thing. And China could do the same thing. It's like, why are you doing that? War and let's have some peace. These tyranny and dictatorships and authoritarianism is really a threat to humanity. And I really I pray that wisdom prevails and peace prevails, because Asia right now is really up and coming. I'm going to visit the Philippines in December, and my son's never been there. You know, my wife's Filipino, and my son's never been there, and so we're going to go to visit. And you know, I've been reading up and seeing all the good things that Japan's been doing with the subways and the airport, and it's great that they're doing that. I mean, to me, that's the way. Isn't that the way forward? Is to help each other, is to build, is through peace and through mutual cooperation. Because Japan has a lot of knowledge as far as building subways in earthquake zones, and Philippines is very earthquake prone. So they're building this subway system in Manila with the advanced knowledge of the Japanese and the funding of the Japanese. It's really, to me, it just warms my heart that there's that kind of brotherhood, there's that kind of, you know, and for various reasons. I mean, I understand there's strategic reasons, but ultimately, isn't it a good thing? Isn't that a good thing? Aren't we building and we're helping and we're growing? And that's what the world should be. We should work towards, instead of this, you know, bombing and militarism and conquering and destruction. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little philosophical.
You know what happened recently was this. This is going to be the 80th anniversary of the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Nagasaki, I think Hiroshima, they always go on this victimization thing. I don't really like Hiroshima, but Nagasaki, I feel sorry for it because they weren't supposed to be bombed. It was Kokura originally, and one part of the purpose, they wanted to also bomb a place that hadn't been bombed before to see what the effects would be like. So I kind of feel bad for Nagasaki, but there was. And one of the mayors one time said in the 90s, you know, the Emperor Hirohito should take some blame for this shit. And he got shot or stabbed for his words, you know. So, but then what Nagasaki did was...
have you read the book, The Decision to Use the Atomic Bomb?
Yeah, way
That's
back.
That's a really good book on that. I actually was I guess a roommate. The guy next door in my apartment. He was from Korea, and his father was a witness to the Nagasaki bombing. Oh. He was a Korean slave laborer in the underground naval base there in Nagasaki.
In Kure, I think. It was right outside.
He came out. He was a witness to the bombing, and boy, he had some interesting things. My uncle, I'll tell you, you know, in Maxie, here's a Japanese, and we're breaking bread here. My uncle was first in line to go to Japan. His life was saved basically by the atomic bomb, because they predicted 2 million American casualties.
Yeah, there was I'd never been able to confirm it because I was in an investment banking meeting once, and you know, you put different names on deck on your presentation decks, and one of the guys, Peter, said, "Oh, I'm going to call this Operation Black Pearl." I said, "What's Black Pearl?" And he goes, "Oh, that was in case the invasion of the Japanese mainland, the bombings failed, and there would be an invasion of the Japanese mainland." And he said he used the word Operation Black Pearl. So when I had to set up a company in the Caymans for you know, working with Lehman, I called my company Black Pearl Partners. But then I haven't been able to confirm that. You know, Google has failed me.
No, but my uncle was he was a latecomer to the war. He worked in munitions factories.
Yeah,
and it's quite a long story, but ended up enlisting late in the war and was assigned in Germany, and actually went across the Remagen Bridge. I don't know if you're familiar with the Remagen Bridge. He actually went over the bridge when it was up, and ended up in Cologne during the bombing of Nagasaki and Hiroshima. But because he was a late enlister, he would have been first in line in Japan. And so we always say that, you know, his life was saved by the bombings, because, you know, and really Japan was saved in a lot of ways, because that invasion of the home islands would have been horrific for Japan and America. I mean, it would have been a terrible, terrible thing. And I don't know. It's a very if you really are interested in the bombings, the decision to use the atomic bomb is a really good book on that decision, and it balances it. You know, it's easy to sit and scratch your chin in moral certitude from modern history, but you know, the previous to the atomic bomb, that we had already firebombed Tokyo, and there were 500,000 deaths in Tokyo due to the fire bombings.
Yeah, the fire bombings were actually, so one of the things where this is where, sorry, I'm a little critical of Hiroshima. They're going on and, oh, it's terrible, terrible. I was like, well, Curtis LeMay and the fire bombings, they were directly, it was clear. Hiroshima may have been the number 2 headquarters of the Imperial Army, but, and so you could see it was a combined, a hybrid target, but clearly Tokyo was intended, it was civilians, and you had the air, you have photos of bodies and everything. And I would say that the fire bombings were just as, if not more, horrific than an atomic bomb. And yet you don't really get, you know, now with Nagasaki,
my area of history is modern American military history.
Okay, with Nagasaki, they 3 years ago, it was weird. They have this anniversary where you on the bombings, August 9th, and they disinvited Russia and Belarus 3 years ago because of the invasion of Ukraine. For 3 years, the envoys for Belarus and Russia were not invited. And then last year, they got further political because of Gaza. They disinvited the Israeli ambassador. And so what happened last year, on the 79th anniversary of the bombing of Nagasaki, as soon as they disinvited the Israeli ambassador because of Gaza, all the G7 countries and all of the EU, they said, okay, we're not going either. So last year, you had nobody from the US, Canada, UK, France, Germany, nobody came.
Yeah.
And so this year, Nagasaki kind of realized, you know, this whole thing is, this is the first time I use the word in a positive way that I feel comfortable with. I hate DEI and inclusion. Like, you hear this all the time. But in this case, you want to take diplomacy and be inclusive. Rather than being exclusive, you say, look, and they invited back Russia, Belarus, Israel. You say, why are you going to make it further decisive? You're doing this. They're coming there. Don't be an ass about it. And I think that's what they did.
This is the thing. The world needs a confident and positive Japan. I mean, this is the thing. Japan is a great country. I'll say I love Japan. It's one of the countries on my bucket list of the world, and I have very few that I want to. You know, my wife's name. Listen to this one, Max. You'll get it. This is cool. I haven't had talk with Max in a long time. I really appreciate it. My wife has a Japanese name, and now she's from the Philippines, right? Her mother was a victim of the Japanese army, and she witnessed bayoneting of children and all kinds of things. Yeah. Her father was a Filipino guerrilla fighter against the Japanese, and after Magic Carpet and the Americans went back, he was a Filipino-American occupation force in Okinawa. And so her father fell in love with the Japanese people in Okinawa. He was so impressed by the people that he named his youngest daughter after the Japanese princess. You know, so I mean, I'll show you, first of all, it shows you the forgiveness of the Filipinos. I mean, who are very forgiving, great people. But it also, I mean, I think that, the fact that my wife has a Japanese name and she's Filipino, I think that it shows you that Japan has so much to give to the world, and we need the best out of Japan. And this is where you're talking about trying to mend fences and to be the unifier and the rebuilder. I think there's a great role for Japan in the world in that, and just like Germany, we need a great, strong, confident Germany as a positive force in the world. And, you know, and they're still struggling with a lot of legacies, just like Japan is still struggling in their own way with the legacies of, you know, the World War II. But I mean, there's a lot of good signs. There's a lot of positivity in the world. And I really hope that, I just hope that China doesn't screw it up. I guess that's
we know that.
One thing I get about the Philippines, everyone knows the story about the there were more than one Japanese soldiers who held out, either thinking the war
into
was
the early 70s in the Philippines.
Yeah.
I saw the island. There was a guy that was out there who killed like 40
go,
Filipinos.
Actually, I have to go as well. I've got 2 cats that are starving, and this one needs treatment too. So, you guys can hang out in the green room.
Okay.
At the end of the stream, no problem. Everyone who's hanging out, thanks for being here. I'm sorry I have to cut it short. Boo's got another ear infection, so I've got to actually get the medicine in the right times and all that fun jazz. Yeah.
No, sorry, I'm dominating because I'm so interested. Max, I've been looking forward to having a conversation. Can I announce on Wednesday I'm going to have a live stream, and you're all invited. And I especially want you all to participate because it's going to be a live stream. There's a fellow who's got it remain anonymous, who's part of a think tank, and he's looking to develop policy ideas to help promote private individual freedom. So I told him, I said, well, let's set up a live stream. You could be anonymous, and let's brainstorm with the chat where we can discuss policy and ideas and, you know, govern policy. But, you know, let's just talk about the ideas of how to advance human freedom in the United States. So that's my stream on Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Nice.
All my ideas would be constitutional. So.
Well, let's have them, you know, bring them on, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be there if you want me there.
Yeah, come on. It's going to be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Rumble and YouTube, my channel, and my friend's going to be anonymous, but it'll just be a live stream. We'll just have a discussion and see. And he's with a policy think tank that I can't name, but he's generating ideas. He reached out to me because he likes my stuff, but I said, well, let's expand that because, you know, we think better together.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome. That sounds cool. And I've actually, this Wednesday, the stream I normally do is canceled because he's out of town. So I could join in.
Nice.
So that's cool.
Nice. Maybe I'll turn my camera on.
Oh, there you go.
Turn it on for Steve, but not for Digger.
Yeah, well, fair enough. Fair enough. It's Steve. I get it. But thank you guys for coming in. I'm sorry I have to cut it short tonight, but I can't wait for the Wednesday stream. And until then, I will see you guys, I guess, Wednesday morning on Just Kidding LLC with Johnny. So have a great evening. Thanks for coming. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
From day to day, science, art, or history's play. No path too twisted, no trail too thin. She dives right in where to begin. Nothing's too obscure. She'll dig and take a spirit so pure. From ancient lore to future dreams, every question finds its gleam.